Good evening, everyone. My name is Vice Admiral J.L. Galloway, your Fleet 31 commanding officer. Tonight I am joined by Rear Admiral Jenny Hay, our Deputy Fleet Commander, and we're also joined by Captain Scott Sterling, our Community Manager. Can you guys
Howdy,
believe
howdy.
Howdy.
Can you guys believe 40 episodes so far?
That's crazy.
Today.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Robert's a Dominion, apparently.
That means we need to get him some Catcher Cell White.
I know, right?
Oh my god, that reminds me of that meme.
So, if you guys haven't figured out, tonight's all about every night's about Star Trek. I got my Star Trek mug, property of the Enterprise. Jenny has her Star Trek 3 shirt. I have my custom-made Star Trek shirt. And Scott, I think, is even wearing a Star Trek shirt tonight.
He's
I
wearing
am.
4.
4 shirts?
No, Cruise 4. The one.
Cruise 4.
The last
Okay.
one.
You can't see if the thing, like.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, there it
But
is.
then,
There we go.
So Shelby says, "Hey, I think that's your cousin, right?"
that's my cousin, yeah.
Hey, Shelby.
What's up, Nathaniel? And what's up,
That's
Shelby?
your brother, or not brother, your son.
My
right?
brother. Wow. Son, you got promoted to brother.
Yeah, not going there.
It's been a day. It's been a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to tell you about my day today. Oh, so much fun. But I think I told you about what happened. So today was
Yeah.
just the continuation of that. Hey, it looks like
Ah, it's Mickey.
Hey.
here to take
Mickey.
notes on the
She-
cruise.
Mickey is a wonderful person. She has an Etsy shop.
Mhm.
Hey Mickey, send me that your link and I will post it. Right now she's just doing masks, so hit her up when she's got some masks on her page. Some cool looking Star Trek mask and other masks too.
Sammy says, "Hey," or "Hi." Yes, Mickey, definitely hit us up on that, or send us a message, and we'll definitely make sure that it gets up on there.
I'd be able to find it real quick.
It's Make It So on Etsy. I think it's Make It So on Etsy. Yeah.
Make
Put the
it
link up
so.
for you.
But I like that saying. Make it so.
You should
Yeah,
know
found
her. She does.
Huh?
She was on. She usually goes to Vegas.
Okay.
And she has little Make It So. She is it 50s? She dresses in 50s ish style. Someone's echoing.
They
It's
are?
not me.
I hear myself echoing somebody. Okay, well, I'll deal with it.
How about now?
Testing. Oh, nope, I'm good now. I don't hear anybody. I don't hear myself echoing.
How about now?
I do.
It's me.
Shame
I'm the
on
monster. I'm the monster. How
We're
about now?
so professional now. Nope, we're good.
We're good now?
Yeah, we're good.
You don't know why? Because I had my speaker gain all the way up to 100.
That would be why.
Yeah.
And here.
So you're probably
is-
actually hearing this. So this mic, here is picking up this.
hmm
That's why you were hearing it
Yep,
echoing.
there's her page if anybody wants it.
Yes, definitely, guys. We like supporting our fellow fans and members out there, the community. Oh, the whole Star Trek family, the community. So definitely, I'm gonna have to check out that website. Robert brings up a great question.
Well, even Chase has made a comment.
Chase, I think that's ambitious of you.
No,
I'm just saying.
we are prepared this time.
We are? I thought we were winging it.
Well,
Jenny,
prepared,
did you not get the memo? We don't
we're,
prepare things.
We're slightly prepared.
Scott, how did you let this happen? Because let me tell you what happens when we're prepared. Our viewership goes like this. This is what happens when we are not prepared.
This is true. When, the very first few episodes, we were prepared. No one really watched us. Now that we're just randomly talking, but we are going to talk about the cruise.
We are going to talk
about the cruise.
We're going to randomly talk about the cruise and probably sprinkle in a lot of tangents.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Scott, you need to put a ring on it so you don't get blamed for everything.
Really,
Amy,
Kaylee?
my cousin Shelby
That doesn't count, Scott. That does not count.
You sure about that?
My cousin
Yes,
beat you
because
to
if
it anyways.
anyone's going to tell you put a ring on it, it's going to be me, okay?
10 minutes in, exactly 10 minutes
Oh, I
in.
had to because Kaylee kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But my cousin beat y'all to it first.
She did. And Shelby, I won't let them get married on the cruise, okay? Because I'm pretty sure all Jenny's family would be pissed.
Well, she is my family.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they can get engaged, but not married. All right. Anyways, can
Wait,
we move
you
on?
getting
'Cause
paid?
wait.
When
How's
did
Robert
this
getting
happen?
paid?
If you don't talk about the cruise, we're getting our money back and our pizza is free. Pizza. Yeah, Sammy, where is all of our pizzas?
I don't know. Chase still wants to know where his bagel is.
Who does?
Chase.
Chase wants his bagel.
Chase. Yeah. Apparently, Chase thinks he's getting paid too.
Wait, and we're not?
Wait a second. Where? No, not that one. This one.
That's my other cousin.
Oh no, this is in response to you guys getting married on the cruise.
Apparently, I mean, y'all more welcome. They're probably starting. I should open that page up so I can have it because we're professionals.
Wait, what? Are you trying to tank all of our viewers?
Yeah.
Jeez. I apologize, guys. I don't know what she was thinking.
Me too. I want to go on Disney cruise after watching some YouTubers.
I do and I don't because here's my problem. I don't mind paying the amount that, I know my wife feels differently about this. I don't mind paying what I'm paying to go on the Star Trek cruise. It's a theme, but why does a Disney cruise have to be almost as expensive, but they offer it all year long? It doesn't feel as special to me because like the amount I'm paying, yeah, it's on the high end, but it feels special because it's like once a year. It's a limited thing. You really feel like you're going on this big adventure. But then if you go on the Disney cruise, you're like 3 to 7 days, depending which package deal you get. I'll get there. My daughter wanted me to point out that she's saying hi. Hi, Kaylee.
Look
Hi,
at your
Candy.
children talking, joining you.
Nathaniel's laughing. Guys, I promise we'll get to your comments here in a minute, but we're just talking about the Disney cruise real quick. So, okay, maybe I should get rid of the Nathaniel comment. Kaylee, why don't you just stop? This is, when I get a house, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to
Get your
build a
room with a
studio.
door?
No, I'm going to build a studio. It's going to have a big old sign that says on air. The door's going to be locked. The walls are going to be soundproof. And the only way you're going to be able to reach me is if you come on the show. And I will make sure to change the StreamYard passwords when we do that.
What is going on our chat?
I think we've lost control. I mean, you see Chase's.
Oh, no, look at this. Let's get back to Chase, okay? Really? Kaylee, come on. Apparently, Robert wants to see you and less of me. Oh, everyone's bored of me. Okay.
Ow. Wow, Kaylee.
Ouch. Kaylee, I know you can't hear me, but remember, your father puts a roof over your head, puts food in your stomach.
All right, anyways, Kaylee can't join us because when we rebooted her computer, she lost all of her credentials for StreamYards.
Oh, darn.
Sammy says Queen Kaylee is a star.
Yes, I am.
All right, Kaylee. We're having the center seat. It's not the center seat in Kaylee, okay?
Well, too bad. I went for it.
Someone's dad lied to you.
Oh, well, Mickey says, don't worry, your kids are mean to you even after they leave. You should know
Aw.
that. Are your other two kids mean to you?
Yes. Don't worry,
Nothing.
kids are mean to you even after they leave.
Bailey, do not hit people.
You heard Mom.
She said, "Don't pet people."
Lucky mom's here.
I like what Chase wrote here. What happens on the holodeck stays on the holodeck.
Mhm.
I do have a shirt that has that on it.
I want that.
I
Scott,
do too.
No.
what did Chase say here? Scott is in the center
The
seat
center
and Jay is in the left seat.
I mean, technically. Oh
Okay, there. You happy?
no, I can't do that. No, I
Yeah,
can't do
you're
that.
gonna have to accept
No.
it.
No.
I don't
No,
like that.
Chase,
My
Chase?
OCD kicks in.
Chase says it. Okay, we have to do
No, no.
it. Okay, fine. Put it back.
You
How
know how uncomfortable that makes me? I don't know. It should not, but it really does.
about this? Does this better?
Oh God, no. I want to
No?
see your ugly face.
Fine. Okay, fine. How about
Okay.
this? How about this? Is this better?
Ugh. Ugh.
Sydney's like, no.
I'm trying. Okay. All right. Let's get back to some of these comments. What
This is
happened in the
true.
holodeck
This
is
is-
filtered through the holodeck waste removal system? Yes, and poor Mariner has
And-
to clean it all up too.
And then turns into apples.
So here we go. Deborah's here. Thank you for joining us, Deborah. I don't know if she responded since then.
That yeah. It's a family inside joke.
Oh, okay. Pam says, remember to invite all of us. I'm assuming that's because of our cruise rant a little earlier.
Hey, look who else joined us.
Thomas, I am not mean to my parents. I can't speak for Scott and Jenny, but I love my mommy.
Ever.
What? I'm not mean to my mother, Scott. How dare you, sir?
No, she.
I said I never mean to mine.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Scott and I aren't mean to our mommies. What about you,
Me
Jenny?
either. I'm not
There
mean
you
to my
go.
mommy.
We're not mean to our parents. Sorry, Thomas. Matthew's here. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matt.
I know
You-
some
you
interesting
got-
stories about this guy, and I can't wait to meet him in person. I'm going to be disappointed if I don't see 2 in his hands at all times. I've heard the stories. Okay. I've heard the stories, my friend. All right, I'm just trying to make sure we shift through all these. Angie says codename Deborah. Is Angie's Deborah?
Yeah, no. Angie
Yeah,
is
no?
Nangie. No, Angie's Nangie. You know what? I don't know if she wants me to tell the story
Okay, then
on
let's
air.
not. Let's not. I can respect family inside jokes. Oh, Robert, I agree. Circle gets a square. There's this one god awful TikTok, Robert. Speaking of circle, that everything like right. Okay, what does the square go into? Yes, it goes into the square hole.
Mm.
Where does the circle go? Yes, it goes into the square hole. Where does the rectangle shape go? It goes into the square hole. It's like how to mess with somebody's OCD. Somebody like me, I'm like, no, it doesn't go there.
Yeah, I saw that TikTok.
Isn't it funny?
It's pretty funny.
All the squares. What? I'm assuming it'll be boarding the cruise by the time we get to tips.
Mickey, we tend to rant for a little bit before we get going, but we'll get going very soon.
We will.
We will. My sister's here for a few. Yes, she would. Oh, that's right. There's the delay. I don't
Yeah, we
remember
have like a
what she would.
20-second delay.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we should get onto the cruise.
So, hey, who here's going on the cruise? Oh, yeah, we gotta wait 20 seconds before we get anybody in the audience. So, for those who don't know, I think everybody knows in our show that watches us that this is gonna be my first cruise. Gonna be my wife's first cruise. My dear friends Scott and Jenny convinced us to go, so we're really excited.
And the reason why we decided to do it today, because this would have been like today or tomorrow would be the day we would be leaving for the cruise if it
Yeah.
didn't get pushed back. So give us prayer, because I know in a week or so we're gonna start seeing time hot photos of past year's cruise, and it's gonna make us sad.
Yeah. Say, okay, Nathaniel, you don't have to come up to the front and say I missed your message. There, so everybody knows I'm old.
And he is Matthew is gonna be two fisting drinks on the cruise.
I'm the two fisting drinks on the cruise. Yeah. So it's like all I'm gonna have to do is just look around the cruise for the guy with the two drinks. I'm like,
Mhm.
you must be Matthew.
Probably.
And the epic beer.
So,
An epic beer.
he does have
Beard,
pretty epic beer.
No, I'm saying he could be in full costume and I could be able to find him.
Yeah.
So Lisa, this is my first Star Trek cruise. My first time to the podcast.
Beer. Right.
Oh,
Is it
podcast.
beer?
Hey, it's his first time on our podcast. So thank you for joining us tonight,
Yeah, thank
Lisa.
you.
Yeah,
Did
you.
you come from the cruise page? Because I posted this on the cruise page. So
Oh,
those
did
who
you?
don't know, there is some Facebook pages out there that were willing to help you out there. If you just type in Star Trek The Cruise 5 with the V, not 5, like the numeral 5, and you
Mhm.
can find there. You can join them, and people answer questions all the time there. On Sky and I's first cruise in 2019, we typed a lot of questions in there and got some great help. And now we're here to teach y'all what we learned.
Mhm.
I don't mean to go on a tangent, but can you translate this either right now in person or in the private chat? What that's supposed to mean?
Lots of drinks.
Okay.
Two fisting drinks. See, drinks and two fist. Do you get it now?
I get it now. Apparently, Sammy says I'm older than dirt too. All right, you know we got to stop. No, guys, we're going to move on to the cruise chat, okay? Because you know what's going to happen. We're going to start talking about the cruise. Then the audience is going to pull us back into our
Mhm.
tangent. It's not your guys' fault. We did start it. I'm going to try to keep us somewhat on track today.
Yes, this is the 5th cruise. So they did 2 cruises in a row because the first cruise sold out so fast in 2018.
Was it 2017 or 2018?
20,
Because we went on the 4th. Yeah, so
2017, I want to say it was. No,
we went on
2017 was the
20
first
we went on
one.
3rd and 4th. And we're going on
2018,
the 5th.
2018 was the one where they did the 2 back to back.
That
yeah,
was
but 2017, I think, because 2016 is when they were promoting it as Star Trek Las Vegas, and I
Right.
remember it sold out like almost before the event was
they
over.
sold out so fast that they made a second cruise
Mm.
the week after. So that was
Wow.
cruise 1 and 2. And then, so that missed 2017. No, because we went to 3. We went to 2019
Mhm.
and 2020. And that was cruise 3 and 4.
Okay. Well, maybe they didn't do one in 18. Because I want to say it was
No.
17. Like 17
Some-
was 1, 18 was 2, 19 would have been 3, 20 would have been 4.
Maybe they did the cruise back to back. They still consider the cruise like cruise
Yeah.
1. That might be it.
1.5. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, Matt was right. Okay, so
Matt,
you're right.
okay.
So
Thank
the
you,
first
Matt.
one was so in 18 there was 2 then,
Okay.
but they was probably just still cruise 2 twice because it was so demanding that they actually had 2 back to back.
So Mickey asked an interesting question here. Do they have vendors like her?
They do not.
No.
There is one vendor, Enemy Inc., who does all of the things you could buy on the cruise. It's
Mhm.
called the Trading Post, and you can get kind of cool shirts. I couldn't find my shirt, but I have like a shirt that's like long sleeves and it says Star Trek The Cruise. I wore it on our podcast
That's
last week,
Mm.
and then on back it has Kirk drinking out of a tiki cup. Tiki cup.
Nice. I want to see that. You're gonna pack that, right?
Probably. It's long
If not,
sleeves.
at least show me when we're in Texas.
Yeah. I also have a hoodie, which I should grab, but it's a Star Trek hoodie. It says Star Trek The Cruise 4 on it. And then the back, it has a giant Delta symbol. They also have...
So Matt, you're absolutely right. They do sell a lot of things, but I plan on making our little collective group our own special shirts. Jenny says I can't show this off on the air yet. 1, this is a prototype that I'm still working on. 2, it's going to be for our little collective group, Matthew, because he says this shirts sell out fast.
So the shirts do sell out fast, but sometimes they can get shipments if they're going to be a U.S. port, like Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
When they came to Puerto Rico, they got a shipment in at Puerto Rico, and we got more shirts in. But they do run fast. There is a line to get in.
Can
'Cause
you
they-
custom order ahead of time? I mean, can
You
order
can
ahead of
order
time?
one shirt. I'll show you the custom order shirt you can get.
Okay.
You can custom order all the shirts. They also have things like this. They make these bags.
Ooh, I like that.
We actually have that logo in a shirt as well. Same
Yeah.
color blue,
I
everything.
just couldn't find it. It has Puerto Rico. Oh, this is from last year's cruise.
Okay.
We use this a lot to carry our drinks in, which I'll tell you a bit. But this nice little canvas bag. We use this a lot. Walk around the ship, because so FYI guys, we're gonna bounce all over the place about tips. We're not gonna go from beginning to end.
Mhm.
So
In the ass.
so on the cruise you can pick drink packages. So it could be I don't have my cup. Do you have your cup with you?
I've got
What's
the
that?
water bottle. I don't have the.
Okay. So I threw mine away because I ran out of the room, and we'll talk
You
about that.
threw away your collective water bottle?
No,
No,
it was just a
no.
Coca-Cola 50
Oh.
anniversary. The one that okay,
You threw that away?
Oh,
I plan on keeping that.
where
I
did
had
you
no
have that?
room. I
Well,
literally had no room.
This may make Scott carry it, and then you make him
Scott
mail it to you
already-
later.
I already had enough. And no,
Scott
I
already.
think mine's
No,
upstairs.
Scott. That's what a strong man's for. All right, so I have some things too that I'm bringing. Just leave it out, sweetheart. I mean, I'll get to them in a little bit. Thank you, sweetheart.
No,
So,
sweetheart. No.
Some of the shopping stuff that we've already done.
Yeah, so
My
what,
wife likes the shopping part. She just hates pulling it out part. But I'll get to that in a minute.
so what Jenny and I usually do is they offer, drink package. They offer a soda package. We go for the soda package because you get your teas, your coffee. It's unlimited soda. And when you get your room, you have these two big cups. I mean, they're pretty good size.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Now, there's different drink packages. We need to make that clear.
Yes.
So somebody like Matthew here, this is the reason I brought his name up right now. He needs the all-you-can-drink package.
I think
deal.
he got Matthew. Did you get the all drink package?
I can tell you right now, yes.
Yeah. So right now, but what he's saying, and I think Scott and Jenny did not want to do that because of trying to carry two big suitcases. Didn't you guys condense down on purpose?
Yes.
Because it's harder to take two. That's another thing. I mean, even though the cruise ship looks big, lugging around two suitcases through airports and stuff like that is not always easy.
I already had.
I remember
two
as a
suitcases.
parent dragging my kids' luggage and my own. That's always never fun because the kids, oh yeah, sure, they'll push a little thing, but if you have everybody in one, those things get heavy and fast.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I would suggest try to pack as light as possible. Sorry, I was getting distracted.
The chat.
Chat. Pack less because Scott and I we learned that you're gonna buy shirts while you're out on the cruise, either at port or in the shop with all the stuff. So you don't really need a whole bunch of clothes.
Scott,
The
you got some
talking
explaining.
is Scott wearing the pants. That's what they're asking about.
Yes, I'm wearing pants.
No, we're not high school and grade school kids. Can you believe that that's actually a thing? Kids are not wearing pants in classes.
I swear.
I know, Jen. My daughter's part of the problem, not the solution.
It's because they don't go to school. These kids, not just your kids,
No,
any
I
kids, they
know.
don't go to school.
I just
They go
don't
to
get
virtual
it.
school.
I don't get it. It's like right now, I'm fully clothed.
Me too.
You wouldn't see me, even if I had the microphone off. I would still be fully dressed. I just don't get it.
But anyways, we're not going to tangent.
Try to stay on course.
They got us. They got us.
This is true, Matt. No one's going to realize you're wearing the same shirt twice.
Yes.
All
Just-
right, audience. I challenge you to tangent us while we continue.
This is a good question from Lisa. Should you buy shirts in ahead of time? How and where? You can. You can buy shirts almost anywhere nowadays.
I think she went on the website itself. I think if you go to their website
So
when we get closer to the event.
Emily Inc. is the company that will do all of your shirt designs there. There's one shirt you can pre-order, And this is from the first year. This is our first year we went. So this is cruise 3. Don't upside down won't be helpful. And so it's basically going to be the poster. So the poster that's behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but yes, my room's blue right now. But it's the same thing as the poster. You can pre-order these shirts,
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
and you just go and pick them up. And if you have the wrong size, they do have a place. They do bring extra shirts, so you can exchange the sizing.
Okay.
ECP will put out a link to buy the shirts when it's that time. Just how they just put a link out recently for the virtual that's going to be on the 7th of March.
Oh yeah, the $25 shirts, the black ones that say Boldly Go or something like that.
Yeah, cruise or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Still haven't decided if I want to get that one.
I did.
Well, I mean, that's the
But
other
you
thing.
haven't
It's
been on
like,
the cruise
the
yet, so
first
it's
day of the
weird.
cruise. That's what I'm saying. But if I do that, then technically I could say I've been on the virtual cruise.
Mhm.
So somebody like me and
You're-
Lisa
you're-
can at least have some experience
Mm-hmm.
Well,
of being on a virtual.
and you're signed up for 5, so you might. I would go ahead and get it because that way it's another thing we can do collective as a podcast cruise.
Then I would have my own shirt.
For that shirt or for the shirt for that
I
they
think she
just
means
released?
the website itself.
I might have it. Give me 1 second. I have to look it up. So keep going.
Yeah, but as fun as T-shirts are, because I do like collecting shirts too. But lately, I've been trying to experiment with T-shirts. Like I made this one, but I need to make it bigger next time.
You all will
just
get
started.
a cruise shirt. So you will
Yeah.
get like this shirt or the one that Scott's wearing.
pretty.
Let me take the link off so you can. Or like the one Scott's wearing.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing, but
How do I turn that off? Minimal.
Are you looking? Oh,
there we
you
go.
There.
Smaller.
There you go.
Now you can actually see it.
Or be like something that Scott's wearing. You
Yeah.
will on you will. That is one of. So on the cruise, like I said, we're gonna bounce all over the place. On the cruise, you get every day you get a new item, a free item to go in. So the first day is going to be the lanyard, which I couldn't
got
find mine.
If it'll show, there we go. There's a key, but yeah, you get a lanyard. This is from last year, and it's
So-
literally got just.
Oh, that's a good
perfect
question,
cruise,
Matthew.
yeah.
He's trying to get us on a tangent.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Nope.
I still want to answer that. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the lanyard.
so this will be hanging up on your. No, it'll be on your bed actually.
Be on your bed.
And they have hooks in the room where you come in every day. You just throw them up in there just so that they're safe. When you're in your room for the night. And when you board, you get a. I'm trying to make sure. There we go. You actually get your room.
Collection.
This is your room key, your credit card, everything. So you don't really need money on the boat itself.
Okay.
I'm
But
have
also
a
be
picture
careful
here.
of that, guys, because if you don't have like the unlimited drink packages, and stuff like that, or maybe if you go to the casino, or you want to charge your excursions, which that reminds me. Speaking of charging things like your excursions, Scott and Jenny told me that the best way of doing that is either to book it way in advance for the best discount rate.
And do it through the cruise line,
Yeah,
guys.
do it to the cruise line itself.
So God forbid something happens. So we're gonna bounce back and forth, like I said. But anyways,
I'm looking for
on
the link too.
yeah.
Look what you started, Scott. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you can. Let me just say, they prefer you to book through the cruise line itself, because God forbid that say you go onto a excursion and you're not with the booked excursion and they get stuck in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
The ship will leave without you. They will definitely leave without you. But if you're on a book excursion and they are stuck in traffic, they will wait for you. I have a prime story. I have a friend from another group I used to be part of. She got in an ATV accident. She hit a rock and she fell off and busted her knee. She had to go to the hospital and get her knee stitched up. This is in Puerto Rico. Because it was booked through a third party, because it was booked through Royal Caribbean's cruise itself, they found they had some friends went up to her friends went to tell the people at the desk what happened. They confirmed, and they made the boat. They wait for the boat to make sure she can get back in, and so she
Oh.
got to go back in the ship. So
I'm surprised that they didn't just like dispatch the buoy ship or one of those little dinky ships to go get her afterwards. I've heard of some ships doing that because I've been also watching a lot of cruises. Sometimes I heard the captains can't wait and they have to actually go and they will
It-
leave a dinghy boat behind.
It depends
pick
on
'em up.
the cruise line and their deals with the ports, and
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of
Mhm.
factors that goes into it.
but just
Yes, Chase, I'm
Suggestion.
wearing pants.
I'm going to go back to
Yeah, for Lisa, while you're
Alright.
doing that, here's the link for the Boligo shirt and the hoodie for the virtual cruise that's coming up. Sorry, it took me a second to find it. It was buried in email.
All right.
Hey, we're going to go back to boarding. We should go back to the very beginning. We should start from the very beginning.
Well, what's the very beginning for you guys? Because it might be that might be different for some people too.
It is different for everybody up until boarding day.
So let's go to
How about pre-cruise party at the hotel? Because that's usually where we start.
yeah, okay. So let's say you book your room. Okay. Protest for booking your room if you do book your room. It's
You
kind
go
of
by your
late.
hotel
There's
room?
not a lot of rooms.
Yeah.
To book your cruise room, I should say your stateroom.
Okay.
Some tips. Scott and I were on the very last room towards the end of the aft, before the aft rooms. We were the very last room on the hallway. It was a nice room, but we had some negatives about it. The long walk back to your room after you've been all day running around.
Well, let's talk about before we get into that. Let's talk about why you may, besides the long walk, why else may you want to be in the middle versus the front or the back end of the
Yeah,
ship?
that's what I was gonna say.
So when you
Is
okay,
it's rocking.
Mhm.
You can
so the back
feel
of the ship
it.
rocks.
You can definitely feel the back rock.
Okay.
Um,
So if you suffer
especially
from motion sickness,
yeah, I would try to stay towards the middle as much as possible. Middle everywhere, middle ship, middle of the ship, level wise and by lengthwise.
Matthew will circle back to that.
Yes, we will.
We will.
And Chase will ignore your request.
No, but so yeah, the first thing you definitely want to do on a cruise is book the room. Also, kind of know where your room is. I think is what Jenny was trying to say there.
Mhm.
Know where you're going to be. I don't know about you guys. Some of you might be a little more thinner than I am, but after walking around all day, the last thing I'm going to want to do is go all the way to one end of the ship and all the way back to the other. So me purposely, I chose a promenade interior view, and it's right next to the elevator and right next to 3 stairs. So either I can get down into the promenade really fast, or I can take
Mhm.
the elevator up if I wanted to. But my room's right there. It's convenient. I don't have to go very far. It's in the middle of the ship because my wife does suffer from motion sickness.
It also being middle ship is much easier because when Scott and I went to the very last room, we had to plan on leaving out 15 minutes earlier than we would, because if we wanted to go to like the stage to the theater room, because theater was on the front end of the ship,
Yeah.
and elevators are slow. So if you can take the elevator, if you can take the stairs, take the stairs.
Yeah.
Best thing ever. Take the stairs. Leave the elevators for people who can't use them. But if you can do the stairs, do it.
So Matthew's saying deck 9.
Deck 9, section 10.
Oh, okay, I
Sorry.
get it.
My fault. Sorry.
Serious question.
They actually have a lounge that they call like 1013 or something like that.
I don't remember last
413.
year, but the year before in Cruise 3, there was a 13 forward.
13 forward, yes. Because it was deck
Okay.
13.
It was deck 13, and it was for the ship.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think there was anything last ship because they didn't have any like rooms towards the front of the ship.
Yeah, they did. The
Okay,
it was a lounge, but it was
It was
small.
a lounge.
Yeah.
It was a star lounge above the palace.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go back to
Sorry.
So after choosing your room, The first thing is you're gonna have to put a deposit down on it, and you have a couple options. You can either pay it off in full, which they give you a slight discount, or you can make monthly payments. I will say this: if you guys haven't booked your room by now, I would recommend doing it soon. But given the fact that most payments are supposed to be completed by December, the payments are probably going to be a lot higher than what me and Scott and Jenny are currently paying for our tickets,
But you
because
can
we've
always
had over a year to
oh,
pay.
you can always call ECP, tell them your situation, and work things out.
Yeah.
We've known a couple of people that were still finishing paying off their cruise after they got back.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
So
you
I mean,
can
yeah.
make a deal with them.
So definitely talk to them, but they'll probably want so much down first. You know, they'll want to protect their investment, and so I think right now most of the rooms I saw last I checked, I haven't checked recently, but the last time I checked, I think they were mainly balcony rooms.
I can check for y'all.
Okay. So most of the interior rooms are pretty much taken right now. The promenade ones are all sold out. I know like the grand suites and all those are sold out. So yeah. Oh no, now it's just interiors again.
It's just interiors.
Okay.
Look,
So they
they're
reopened the interiors.
90% full.
Only one cabin remains.
No, one cabin
Wow.
category. Read that category.
Oh, category. One cabin category remains. So guys, okay, scroll back down. So the only difference between like my room and like a spacious ocean view, well, actually no, difference between my room and a regular interior room is I have a window that looks out to the promenade.
Mhm.
There are advantages and disadvantages. Like the disadvantage is I'll get to hear all the activity going on in the promenade all night long. So that could make for some late nights for me. But depending on where my room is, I might be hearing noises all the time too. And that's another thing. When we were talking about selecting your room, make sure you select your room. Like, for example, if you're in the front of the ship and you're either above or right below or right next to where the stage is, you're going to get a lot of noise, a lot of cheering, a lot of clapping, So know where your room is and make sure it's something that you're going to be comfortable with. If you're that kind of person that needs absolutely zero sound to sleep or to fall asleep, being in one of those areas is probably not a great idea. Being in a promenade interior room is not going to be a good idea either.
A good
Yeah,
bonus is
go
the
ahead.
room seemed pretty quiet. I didn't really, sometimes let's say you're in a hotel room, sometimes you can hear your neighbors, right?
Yeah, easily.
Easily. I don't remember
Robert's
hearing
super
our
loud.
neighbors.
I don't
Robert's super loud.
even on the first cruise, no, because we had neighbors next to us. I don't think
Yeah.
we heard them maybe going down the hallway, but that was about it.
And also, you don't hear doors slam like in hotel rooms. You know how people let the door slam all the time? I don't remember hearing doors slam either.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
So
good to know.
the first thing is know what room you want. Second thing is know what's in your room. There are some things besides what's listed here. There's some things you want to know. And this is a great plugin for me.
Oh
right
yeah, I
here.
was gonna say, it's just about to get there, but go ahead.
So know your room, know what's in there. I recommend watching some YouTube videos, getting familiar. Like for me, I did the promenade interior room, but the promenade interior, the balcony suite, and the promenade or in the interior rooms without windows, pretty much all have this similar layout design. So with that said, I ended up buying myself one of these converter adapter kits. It doesn't really matter which brand that you buy it from. But what this allows me to do is there are two plugs. One is an American or United States / American plug, and the other one is a European plug. So if you buy one of these adapters, they range in price depending on what you get. Mine was $30, but I also have a bunch of other little adapter pieces, a little fancy case for it, and I'll show the adapter piece in a second. But this is a European plug, and you just plug it in. And this particular one gives me 3 extra ports, or it also gives me USB ports.
Which is going to be key.
Yeah.
Because there's like maybe 2 plugs in a whole, maybe 1 plug, US plug.
Yeah.
And they don't allow extensions cords.
Nope.
And if you do buy anything that is extension, make sure it has no grounding fault in it.
There's also, make sure you also go to their website and find out what things you can and cannot bring onto. Like, for example, what are some of the things they can't bring, Jenny? I'm trying to remember one of them.
You can bring 2 bottles of wine.
Well, no, I mean like I don't think you can bring your own hair dryer, but they offer one.
Mhm.
What else?
You
Like
can't
I can't bring
bring.
my tea kettle, for
Yeah, you can't
example,
bring a tea kettle.
because
Hot
I
plate.
usually bring my own coffee because let's face it, coffees in hotel rooms are like super expensive, and so I just usually bring
I
my own when
I
I
will
go
tell you.
to cruise.
I
Or
will
not
tell you,
cruise.
Royal Caribbean's coffee is actually really good.
Okay. No, I was referring to that like when I go to Star Trek Online, I always have to bring my own tea kettle because
Oh yeah.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to be paying almost $10 a cup of coffee. I mean, I'll get one or two
Luckily,
at Starbucks, and that's it for the day.
luckily the cruise coffee is complimentary. Cruise water and tea are always complimentary. Yeah,
Ha ha
exactly.
ha, son. Ha ha
Exactly,
ha.
Matt. Nothing with a heat source.
Yeah, so nothing with the heat source.
So I
So
don't. I think flat irons are a different source. I think I brought my flat iron, but I didn't use it.
okay.
Did I? I can't remember.
So another thing I would recommend, guys, just like when you go to a Star Trek cruise. Sorry that I'm away from the camera. Besides getting one of these, you could charge your phone up on that, and you can also charge one of these. I recommend
Hmm.
you don't have to get this
Definitely.
particular model, but this is a battery pack. This allows me to charge my phone 4 times, so I don't have to keep going back into my room.
Yep.
So you saw, I think, Scott with a backpack earlier. So
hmm
one thing I do, at least when I'm going on the conventions, because I haven't gone on a cruise yet, but when I go on the conventions, I always take a backpack with me, and
Yep.
then I carry my other little accessories that I need. So definitely one of these is definitely helpful.
Pro tips for in the room.
Mm-hmm.
All the walls are magnetic, so you can bring magnetic hooks, to hook things
Oh,
onto. Um, what Sky have done is get a shoe organizer, over the door shoe organizer. Excuse me, to
uh-huh.
put over your door in the bathroom. I mean, the bathroom does have some decent storage. It has some decent storage.
See, I don't want to take this too close to my computer. These are little magnets, but they're
Mhm.
magnets and hooks.
And another thing we do aside from the organizer is, and it's going to jump us a little bit, is we'll
Go ahead.
go look at our schedule because you'll get mission orders ahead of time, and it'll kind of give you like this is what this day's events are, this day's, and we kind of build like I put together an Excel spreadsheet and put it up on our wall with those magnetic clips. Usually as we're going out, because that way we can quickly glance see what we're doing the day.
So
Yeah.
this is what a bathroom looked like last year. Last year we were in a spacious ocean view room.
Well, I want to point out though, guys, that most of the bathrooms are similar. They might be slightly different in color and tiles and stuff, but the layout is pretty much similar.
They're pretty much the same, and it is a
Even on
European.
the Mariner ship too, Mariner
Well,
Seas.
and this is a European style like shower.
Are you gonna
Okay.
tell that story?
I only knew because of my trip to Scotland. So
So
go ahead.
So Mickey had a question. What about bringing a cord and a plug with you?
For charging
um,
stuff, you can do that.
as long as you can, as long as it's not like you can bring extension cord, like you can bring well, not extension cord. What's that thing called with a long thing with plugs in it?
I thought you couldn't
Oh,
bring an
power
extension
strip.
cord.
Power strip. You can
Yeah,
bring
you
a
can't
power
bring a power
strip.
strip,
It's just nothing that has grounding to it.
which I find ironic because that thing pretty much is a power strip, but they call
Yeah.
it a converter.
Mhm.
They'll allow that, but they won't allow a power strip. Okay.
And they want you to unplug everything out every time you leave your
Oh,
room for fire
and if you
safeties.
don't, what do they do, Jenny?
We unplug it.
Yeah, they'll unplug it for you.
Well, they'll do that
Mhm.
in some cruise lines. I'm not sure about Royal. Some cruise lines will fine you for it as well.
Yeah. So the best thing to do, guys, is obviously to plug your stuff in at night when you're in the room,
Mhm.
or when you're sleeping, when you
There
wake up.
is no plugs in the bathroom. No plugs at all. So be prepared. There's no plugs in the bathroom. So if you need to use a razor or whatever. Now there is a plug up above the mirror that says for razor use, but I don't know.
Yeah, we've
I've
never
seen
tried
people
that.
use it for razors. I think it's because it doesn't produce a lot of voltage. Yeah. Okay, so she meant walking
Right
around
around the
the
ship.
cruise. No, you can't take a cord walking around the ship.
Well, battery
Unless
backup with a cord, like what Jay's
Yeah,
got, you can do.
yeah. The other cool thing about this thing, though, too, is it also has a flashlight on it.
Yeah. That's nice. That's another. Bring a nightlight for those people who are going to be in interior rooms, because there is no light. There is pitch black. It is pitch black. Scott and I have a little nightlight that we plugged in. Works just fine for us.
A little bit of blue light, just enough to see getting around if you get up during the night.
I thought actually the Mariner actually has the night lights on the beds.
Does it?
Well,
I
yeah, but
thought
I'm
it
saying
did.
like,
But it still wouldn't hurt to have another light like on the other end of the wall, because I don't know how much that illuminates at night.
well, yeah, I think there's like reading lights above.
Yeah, well, no, I swear that it had like there was a video I saw that actually had a light.
Maybe this is. I mean, this is a newer ship, so things might be
But
changed. But
anyways, guys, to be on the safe side, always pack your own.
yeah, I mean, you go to the freaking dollar store and buy a $1 nightlight, and if you forget about it, oh well, it's $1. Or it breaks, it's $1.
That's something you can buy in Florida too. It's not something you have to take.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't know if I would trust a Dollar Tree nightlight to go 4,000 miles, because I'd have to go to Texas first, and then I'm going from Texas to Florida.
We will get to that, Mickey. We will
Oh
get to
yeah,
that.
trust me.
Oh yeah.
I got some things already for that too, and there's more things that I'm buying.
I'm really enjoying the side conversation, little tidbit of
Yeah.
my friend Chase talking to my family. It's great.
Aw.
Okay, anyway, so this is the picture of the bathroom I was going to show you.
Okay.
And then, so this is how much, so these mirrors right here, they open up to a storage.
Okay.
But also, I don't think I have a picture of the door, but also I would, I don't think I
So it'd
did.
be a perfect place to put this little guy, huh? Your medicine.
Oh
A
yeah.
little travel disposable
Mhm.
medicine thing you could probably put in there too, or you can keep in your bag.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of
Except-
bags, what do you do if you brought 2 big bags, Jenny? Where can you store those so they're convenient and out of the way?
Oh, I wonder where they can go. Could they go under the bed here?
Well, that's not something you normally think about on a regular hotel room,
Yeah.
you know. Normally you would put them in the closet. But
In
we'll
the
get to the closet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you
this
can
is
put it in the bed.
ideally, honestly, the best place to store them.
The
From
bed
every
is the
video
best
that I've
place.
seen, everybody says the same thing.
Mhm.
These two have told me too. Put it underneath your bed. Put it there and forget about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you want to unpack everything out of your suitcase when you get in for the night. For the first night, put up your cosplays.
Yeah.
There is a dresser. It's underneath the TV, which I know we're getting ahead, but
Yeah.
pull everything out.
I don't.
Pack
Okay, yeah.
it away.
So yeah, this is our room. Here's the bathroom door right here. I don't think I took a
Oh, wow.
picture of the bathroom door. Okay, here's another tip. The bathroom light is on the outside.
Oh.
And let me tell you, you would try to turn on the bathroom switch when you're back at home or back in your hotel room for at least 3 more days.
Yep, if not a week.
You know how many times Scott and I, because Scott and I, we stay a night after the cruise and fly
Yeah.
out the next day. You know how many times we both like hit the wall? Go, oh yeah.
Why won't you turn on?
Yes. Okay.
Did we show you, Jenny, our little luggage tags that we got?
Oh yeah, you did. Oh,
Okay.
there's the soda cup, actually, bottom left corner.
Oh yeah, right here. This is the soda cup we're talking
Mhm.
I
about.
can't believe you threw that away.
I had to.
Hers,
I
hers
literally,
cracked. I have mine, but it's almost like that because I've knocked it over once.
I literally had no room for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of the van area. This is kind of what Scott and I call the catch-all.
Yeah.
It caught everything. You know, we all have that place in our house where things just
Mhm.
collect. The wine and the flowers, Scott did extra for me. You can get extra things for
What a
people.
big romantic.
Yes. So these cups have a little chip underneath it, and they have those 2 soda machines at this old ship. One down on the promenade and one in the Windjammer, which is their buffet. You just put your cup in there and you fill it up.
That is cool. And if you guys can look right over here, you can kind of see the plugins.
Yeah, right here.
These are the American side. The one that you can't see is behind the cups and the wine, is the
Mhm.
European plug.
Yeah.
So if you want
Uh,
to take full utilization, you could probably, like I said, use up one of the two on the right side there for your nightlight, and have one open, and then. But it gives you more options, so just take
um,
that into consideration.
mhm.
Otherwise, you're going to have to find a friend or somebody who's willing to help you out and charge up for you at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing is, if you remember to bring your USB ports, most of the phones in the rooms, I can't say that's 100% true, but Mariner of the Seas do have on most of their rooms the plugins on the phone itself,
Yeah, and
so you can
on
charge
Norwegian they had USB ports on the wall,
Hmm.
on the light fixtures.
like on the wall itself, like underneath
Ooh,
the light fixture. Norwegian
okay,
did.
yeah, on the light, yeah,
Hmm.
I saw that too on some of the
Uh,
other ones.
but the Mariner series is the newest ship, so they might have some updated stuff.
Yeah, the Mariner, I believe, out of the Voyager class ships, which is what these are, is the
Mhm.
newest of the fleet.
Okay. Lisa has a question. What do you think the difference on this cruise as a result of COVID-19, for example, probably? Well, okay, so they still had buffets
Mhm.
before they closed down. We were watching a lady from the Sea Chasers. She went on one of the last cruises before they closed it. They still had buffets, but instead of you going and grabbing the food, they have somebody dish out the food to you. So you tell them what you want, and then they dish it to you. So I anticipate, because they didn't have a lot of people there, this is going to be a book cruise. Anticipating that they'll probably
They'll
be a little bit
probably
slower lines
they'll
because you're
probably
gonna
do
have to
some
wait.
they'll probably do something similar to that, or they'll pre-package everything where you can still go up and grab it. You just don't, scoop it and
And
create
again,
it.
Yeah.
this is a year away. I mean, we could be back to normal by
Mhm.
next year. I said
Yeah.
normal, air quotation marks here.
Yeah. No, the thing about that though is it all depends, I guess, like what happens in July.
Mhm.
Now with Johnson coming out the vaccination, maybe keep our fingers crossed. Maybe they might give us a sense of normalcy by the end of the year.
And speak about vaccination. This is going to be up in the. I mean, we don't know any of this stuff yet.
Yeah, Lisa. Last I heard, that's really up to the CDC and to the cruise line agencies.
Mhm.
There is some talks, but again, nothing concrete. So I don't want to go into speculation.
Yeah, and we're just going to
I
talk
would
about we
recommend,
experience
yeah,
the
I'm
two
just saying, I
cruises
would
we done.
recommend though, Jenny, that if you want more information, I'd probably recommend going to Royal Caribbean's website
Mhm.
Mhm.
and keeping up to date with them, because they will have the most and latest information for you.
And ECP, their cruise company, definitely keeps you informed of everything going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you're right, Mickey. If they do individually wrap food, it might help with reduce the waste. Because yeah, a lot of you should see people's plates. They go and fill up their plate of food, and then they barely eat it.
Because people want to try everything, and so instead of
Mhm.
taking a small
Mhm.
amount of little of everything, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to take a filthy portion of this and that." It's true of any buffet you go to.
Yeah.
Buffets are
Um.
nice because it's cheap to produce the food, but
Mhm.
it's such a waste because you waste a lot of food.
Also, more storage. These Scott didn't realize till like what 2 3 days in
Yeah.
that these mirrors
Yeah,
open up.
well, they do.
Hmm.
See the little notch there?
Yeah.
Put your fingers in and open it up, and there's storage in there.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's
wow.
little tiny shelves for your knickknacks or whatever, but
Yeah,
Okay.
Scott and I, we like I
yeah,
said, like 2 3 days later, I was like, oh, these doors open right here.
because it's a mirror, you don't think about it.
Right. This one doesn't, not the big one,
Yeah, not
but
the
the
big one.
side ones do.
Hmm.
And then usually your blow dryer is in the like this desk drawer right here.
Now,
Um,
another thing is, if you guys are worried about like protecting your personal things, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves because think the image is going to get to the safe. The safe isn't going to really work for you guys because they're tiny.
I don't
So
think I
I'd
pictured the
recommend
safe.
Scott
I
and
think,
Jenny.
think you did.
I haven't bought it yet, but it's on my list of things to buy. They have these special padlocks that you can put on your suitcase. So if you do have personal things, probably want to keep them there. Probably want to keep them locked up. Because
I mean,
even though the ships are pretty safe with the
well,
staff,
and the
you
thing
shouldn't have
is,
to worry.
the the safe in it's just like any hotel room now. You create your own code, so
No, I'm
nobody
just
knows
saying.
what it is but you.
I'm just saying. The
Mhm.
biggest thing is if you don't want anybody stealing your stuff, lock it up. Always better to err on the side of caution, but
Mhm.
also realize that if you have something that's bigger than what the little safe's going to provide, you might want to get little padlocks. And Jenny actually showed us some, and I have on my Amazon wish list, and I plan on buying those for my suitcases. So if I do need anything to lock up, or if I buy something like, for example, in the store, and I don't want to, risk somebody taking it, how do you keep a thief honest? You lock it.
Good thing about these type
Or
of
have it on
rooms
Yeah.
is I've never heard anything getting stolen out of your room. Never heard of that.
I'm
But I'm
not,
just saying.
not trying
I
to
know.
say, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say,
But I'm
just
trying
from
to
the
say
side of
is
caution, you should
yes.
always prepare for everything. And if you decide you don't want to get a lock and you want to reset, that's fine, and that's totally fine. But what are the chances that something's going to get stolen? Very minimal, very very minimal, to almost non-existent, I would say.
This is more of a concern, and this is
Yeah.
true. My more concern is because when you get on the ship, you have to leave your bag with a porter, and then the porter will load it onto the ship,
Yeah.
and then they would take them from the ship and they leave them outside your room.
Hmm.
That's the most scariest thing.
Don't
Is
they also do
your
that when you board
suitcases are
too?
just do what?
Isn't that what they also do with your suitcases when you first board first
Yeah.
day?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They leave your suitcases out in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
So
So
anything that you don't want people to take, this is true. They do TSA check them. They do run them through scanners.
Mhm.
yeah.
And if you don't get your bag, you have to call down and go to security, and they basically have to like compensate whatever you have. So things you're worried about getting stolen, I would just carry on. You're welcome to carry on your suitcases with you, but if you carry them on, you have to carry them until your room is ready.
It was ready. There will
Your
be
room won't be ready until about 1 or 2,
Hey, what time do you normally board?
between 10 and 12.
So
depending
if you're
'cause they
talking, let's just say the earliest, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That's 4 hours, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, guys. It's either 4 hours with your luggage and dragging it all over the ship when you're trying to explore the ship.
With everybody else trying to get on there, all
Yeah.
crammed in. I
Yeah.
learned that lesson last year. My first year, I rode on one of my suitcases, and I got so annoyed carrying around everywhere I was going.
Yeah.
So now we just do a backpack.
So I think what she's saying is you only take a backpack?
I just take a backpack when I get on.
when we get on.
Oh, but what about your luggage?
I
Well,
give it to the porter.
Okay, that sounds okay. So yeah, I like that idea. So
well,
whatever you
the-
need for the day, if it doesn't fit in the backpack, it's
I
not
would
going with you.
what I would do and what I've done is plan for your first day to not have your suitcase because it could be there when you get to your room, or
Mhm.
it could come at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night because they've got everybody that they're dealing with are busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure your documents are with you. Make sure your medicine. Very typical. Like you're
Mhm.
checking the airport. What would you need if your suitcase does get lost? Exactly. Keep meds and valuables with you.
And passport.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Another thing I recommend getting is one of these little guys. Thank you, Scott, for this recommendation.
Mhm.
Put
Keep
cords,
organized
put your
there, yeah.
flash drives. I'm gonna put memory drives in here for our cameras. More. I'm a big flash drive kind of guy. But yeah, you can get flash drives for relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that 5-pack 32 gigabyte flash drives was $17. Plus the traveling case itself, I think wasn't that expensive either. But if you buy the stuff now and you don't wait till the very end, the cost is a lot easier to absorb.
Also, this summer, here's a pro tip that I learned: is this summer when things go on clearance, stop buying. Like if you need new bathing suits, go ahead and buy your bathing suit this summer. Because let me try to tell you, trying to buy a bathing suit in mid-January might be hard. Depends where you live.
Yeah.
Buy sunscreen. When it goes on clearance, but buy Ocean Safe Coral Reef sunscreen. That's safe.
Shouldn't we wait till we get to Florida for that? Because I know that's what we were going to do because of the fact that
No, we
TSA has rules about how big.
Well, if you
can
keep it in
travel
your
things.
suitcase, you're fine.
All right. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I didn't think about that.
I
That's a good point. Yeah. So just to grab my last, guys.
And the other thing you want to get, same type of thing, Ocean Reef, Ocean Safe.
I have
Reef
it. Hold on.
Safe, yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Bug spray. Because you're going to need that
Packing
for
cubes are awesome
Yeah.
thing
Yes.
to do.
While Jenny's looking for her thing, Amazon is awesome. Create a cruise wish list. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. So this is the sunscreen I got,
Okay.
and it's organic. I don't know if you can see.
I'm gonna mute for a second, get more coffee, but well, actually I don't have to mute.
I was going to
I
say,
have a
what?
mute button on here. I have a mute button on here.
But
Just let me
somewhere
know
on
if
the
you start
back
hearing
it
static.
says like coral safe or reef safe or something like that in the back here somewhere. I just can't see because it's dark in my room, and I don't feel like turning the light on because I don't like lights. This is plant-based, so that's why I got it. Where does it say?
Oh, where is it? There we go.
Oh, it's 100% vegan free. So basically, look for something that says coral reef safe or something, because a lot of excursions won't let you use normal sunscreen. I don't know if it has zinc in it.
If what has a sink in it.
This sunscreen. I didn't burn at all in it, but just whatever sunscreen you get, just make sure it says coral safe or ocean safe on it, because a lot of the excursions won't let you use it. Because it's not safe for the ocean, for like the oils come
Oh
off.
boy, Cindy. That's a little nervous. That's a little nerve wracking. Thank you for that tangent.
Okay. So
Anyways, getting back on topic.
going back. So let's say, okay, you booked your room, you're ready for the cruise, you're doing your payments. It's getting close to the time. Now it's time to start looking for hotel rooms. The ECP will have a cruise hotel. I personally, it depends. This year we don't know what's going to be because we're going out a different port. So I don't know how it's going to be, what hotel is going to be at. But since I work at a hotel, we will probably stay at a different hotel and then Uber over to the cruise hotel because they tend to be more expensive.
So Mickey's going to airport near
Airbnb.
That's another good option.
It's
We've
no
what's
heard
option.
about other
Airbnb?
people doing that.
Renting a house.
Oh, renting a house. Okay.
You never heard of Airbnb?
I've heard of
It's kinda like-
bed and breakfast. I just didn't realize that they did it
It's
for
kind of like that
flights.
cabin you did for your cousin, your niece's.
Huh.
Well, you just kind of rent a house.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do that because it tends to be cheaper and you get more things.
Okay.
So let's say you book at the cruise hotel. There is a cruise pre-party where we go and party.
Oh yeah.
And we party.
And hopefully
Let
I
me
come back after the
see.
cruise as well.
Think I have.
Yeah, last year Cruise 4, Cruise 3 could slightly walk through. Last year you couldn't
my
walk
gosh.
through that crowd. There were so many people.
I have
It
it. Hold
was
on.
good. It was a family reunion.
It was.
Aw. So it's a lot like Star Trek, the convention then,
Hmm
or whatever they're calling it this year.
Sci-fi something, whatever.
Mission 55 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like at the one we were staying at.
Yeah.
At
Look
the
at that one
Hilton.
guy. He also has one of the Star Trek cruise backpacks.
He does.
hmm
That was last year's or 2 years ago now.
So that
We'll
just
get-
shows
we'll
off
get
the
there.
alum status.
hmm
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
The Niners.
Oh.
I'm with the Vulcan team.
Hold on, I forgot. Because we're professionals. We are professionals.
Oh, you're gonna play audio.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those who don't know, if you don't share the audio when you're trying to show a video, it won't play the audio.
Yeah.
So annoying. So this is a video of the party, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of outside of it, but yes.
Okay. The hotel's pretty.
Yeah, this is early on in the night too. It got
Yeah.
more crowded than that.
You know, I feel for you right now, Jenny, because I know if this is your hotel and they were partying like that, you'd be like, "Why? They need to go to bed." Just remember that, when the poor staff are there and they're trying to clean up after us. Okay, so we got a couple more questions. It looks like. Will ECP release a hotel name soon or closer to the cruise?
Hopefully sooner than later, but we don't have an official one at the moment.
I saw somebody on the group page that they contacted and they said look for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So maybe in the next 2 to 3 months, but that's just what I saw online.
Mhm.
But I think Mickey's right. They're probably not going to race until they know the guidelines and what's going to be closer to next year.
Mhm.
Which makes total sense.
What makes me nervous and I think may happen, and this is just I hate speculating. If we don't have, no masks, and if we're not getting close to release on COVID, I have a feeling they might kick out the cruise to later in the year. So I would be cautious right now about trying to book hotel rooms and air flights, even though right now still a little too early
Wait
to
till
book
it's
a
a
flight.
year. It's a year out. I would wait.
No, I'm
Personally
just
would
saying,
wait.
yeah. Well, my point is right now, I would still wait until we know for sure that they're not going to change the date. Like
Mhm.
last year with Star Trek Las Vegas, the convention, they didn't change it, and all of a sudden they changed the date. But they didn't give any like advance notice. They just up and changed it one day. But we all anticipated they were going to do that. It's like, you can't have this in August. There's no way. And then, like right almost up to the point where the convention was after, like, oh, we're going to move this out to December. And then December comes, like, yep, no, we're going to cancel it and reschedule for next August this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yes, Mickey, I like preparedness. But the only thing I can tell you to prepare for right now is to just wait and see what happens this summer. I think this summer will set the chain of events in motion. I can't say across the states that the numbers are starting to go down in the COVID cases, but that's not necessarily a victory hat. Just like right now, just be cautious. Keep playing by ear, and hopefully the vaccinations keep coming out, and we can get back to a sense of normalcy soon.
And if you
Now
do,
with a third company, maybe.
with also the since y'all know I work in a hotel,
Yeah.
if you do decide to book your in advance, I highly suggest booking a refundable trip. Don't do one of those prepaid advance. Don't go to Expedia. Don't go to a Priceline or Hotline. Go straight to the hotel if you want to book it beforehand. Just that way, if you need to, you can cancel. Most hotel policy is 72 to 48 hours prior to arrival.
Mickey, I don't really have a lot of information on this. All I can tell you is that STLV will not be happening in its current format. There is some rumors, but again, I don't like speculating, that the venue is going to be changing. But that's why they're not calling this year's Star Trek Las Vegas convention the Star Trek Las Vegas convention. They're calling it Mission something.
Science Mission
Mission-
55.
Mission
Yeah.
Tour 55, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some speculation to why that is, but I don't really want to go into speculation. So yeah, I mean, I usually like to pride ourselves on being factual than non.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Let's
you.
say
Thank you.
never
Thank
third
you. Thank
party.
you. Thank you.
You're gonna need to translate that.
Third parties is Expedia, Hotels.com, Priceline.
Oh, okay. And relate. Okay,
Travelocity.
now I get it. I thought maybe it was like a party, like a 3 a.m. party or something, like a devil's hour.
Because I'm personally like I used to use Expedia for that type of thing until Jenny goes, no. Because if you have issues,
We
you
can't
have to
do it.
work it out with the third party. The hotel won't be able to help you.
Yeah.
So let's say you book third party. Let's say they're through Expedia, and you get to your room and there's something wrong in the room, and the hotel sold out. We can't do anything about it. We literally can't do anything about it. We can't refund you. We can't do anything. We can give the money back to Expedia, and Expedia can decide they want to give the money back to you. We can't move you to another hotel because it's all through Expedia.
Yeah.
So just be aware. Okay, so you
Oh.
got your hotel room.
Mhm. Wherever it's at.
Where is that? Go to the party. Sky and I, what we did last year was we stayed at a different hotel. We stayed one close to the airport, so we have free shuttle to and from the airport. Great thing
Nice.
ever.
Yeah.
And then we just Uber over to the hotel. Went to the party. And then we just Uber back home, back over to her. Now, yeah, you're spending money on Ubering, but you gotta weigh your differences. Like, is it cheaper for you to stay at another hotel and just Uber over there? Or is it better for you to stay at that hotel?
It also might be another option for you guys if you are concerned about money and about spending a lot of money like that. You can go as a group. Like, for example, Scott, Jenny, myself, and Jen, we're all part of an away team, is what they call it. So what it basically means is that we're under our own reservations, but we also are. How would we describe this, Jenny? Collective a group, I guess, or
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
so basically, what that as far as what that does as far as hotel rooms, absolutely nothing. But if you feel comfortable enough where you're going to be in a away team with somebody and you feel that comfortable with the group, you might be able to pitch in and get a car or something like that.
Mhm.
And that's something we're talking about because we want to get there a couple days in advance. There's some things we want to see. We want to go to NASA, and right now, for anybody who is going on the cruise, that is a talk going on right now in the cruise group chat. People who are going to NASA and how to plan that out. Right now, it's still a little early, so nothing's been finalized, but the chats have started. What are some of the other things we want to go to? I want to go to the beach for the day. I want
The
to take my
beach.
wife to the Florida beach.
A lot of people are looking at going to Disney because we're going out of Port Canaveral,
Yeah.
and Orlando is close to technically the closest airport
Mhm.
to us. And so
Oh yeah,
a lot of
Disney's
people are
an
thinking about
option
going to
too.
Disney or Universal.
Ooh, I'd probably go to Universal because Disney you can go anytime. Well, I live on the West Coast, so Disney is only like a
Yeah.
plane flight down.
Universal's fun.
Universal's fun.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes, Mickey Disney World. Okay, so
All right.
another
Which
thing that Scott and I have done, which we absolutely love and we highly suggest it, is book the transportation through ECP.
Yes.
okay.
That is from the hotel to the port.
The cruise hotel.
Cruise
And
hotel.
why is this
Yes.
important? Let people know. I already know the answer, but I'm trying to let the people who don't know.
Because they deal with all your luggage for you.
The one that you're not taking with you.
Yeah, the one you're not taking with you.
So your backpack.
So, best thing we ever done. Because I'm so worried about what if we get to the wrong porter? What if the porter loses our luggage? What if we didn't? Because if you go to the port and you don't use the cruise transport, you have to drop your stuff off at some random guy and tip him. And if you tip him good, your luggage supposedly gets there before everybody else's does. That's the rumor. I heard stories about, you take it to the wrong porter, the wrong porter takes it to the wrong ship. I mean, I heard all kinds of scary stuff.
Yeah.
So I would just prefer, it was like $20 for not a round trip, a trip down to the port and to deal with your luggage. So that's basically the bus trip and the tip for the porter.
I want to go on a side tangent. Only what Mickey said. You're talking about you tagged us in a timeline for the cruise. Are you talking about like on your Amazon list, or are you talking about on Facebook? Go ahead. While we wait for her to respond. No, I mean,
Oh,
go
she
ahead,
tagged
Jen.
me in something.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, the
So it's already done.
Oh, yes, I have that. I have that. She tagged us in the what to do for a cruise tip. She
Oh,
tagged
okay.
us in
Oh, okay.
this thing I've already had up and ready, and I was going to show.
Oh, that is a good question, Lisa. Speaking of tips,
you
do we
can.
really need to bring cash on board? How are tips best handled?
I would say yes, you can for on board. You definitely want to have cash for your excursions, for your shopping.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen at ports, like you say something like a shirt won't be like $26.50, it'll be like $26 or whatever. Makes it really easy.
So here's a question: do you tip? Okay, so I'm pretty sure you don't tip in the buffet room, right? In the West
No.
Haven or whatever, West Ham. But do you tip in the main dining hall?
You can if you.
You can.
It's personal choice.
So
But what do
technically,
people do on the average?
so
Well,
That's a good
technically,
Hold on, Chad.
technically, what you're paying right now is tips included. Technically,
So gratuity included.
the gratuity is included. But if you, let's say you have one for service, you can tip that your person who will give you service. There is no law against it. So let's say you have somebody who is wonderful, you can tip them. Scott and I usually save a couple of 20s off to the side for a steward, and at the very end of our stay, we give him like a good tip, kind of like a hotel room.
And I've heard people will give them. They'll have say $80 planned for a tip. For just for an example, they'll tip half of it at the beginning of the cruise, and at the end, the porter gets the other half. And if he's done a really good job, they'll add more on top of it.
Lisa wants to know if you can use credit cards.
That is actually.
I don't think you can.
I think it just goes in your room, right? And you can put your
So-
credit card on your room.
Here's what you do. Okay, so your key card, Scott, you have that thing that Scott has in his hand right now. That is your lifeline. That is how you get on and off the ship. That is how you get in your room. That's
Is
how
that
you
linked to your
charge.
credit card or debit card?
Okay. That is how you charge anything that you don't have access to your account. Goes on that card. You don't pay anything cash. You don't pay cash there. You don't pay credit card. It's linked to whatever card you give when you check in. So when they check in, they look at your ID and the credit card, and whatever credit card you give them, that's what they're going to get charged to your room.
Mickey saying make it bigger.
Make it bigger.
Bring it up, and then.
There we go.
Oh, I gotta stop. Hold on.
Yeah, we lost Scott. There you go.
I didn't click on it.
Trying to make Scott bigger. Why won't let me? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, and last year too, they gave us an extra one because the quality of these, they didn't like how they were printed, so we got a collector's item. It's literally the same thing, just brighter.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's strip on the back, but it doesn't matter.
Cindy, that's what she said. Wow. Sorry, tangent. My bad.
Okay. I'm getting distracted and getting lost track here.
It's not very hard to do, is it?
No, it's not. Not in this group.
So, okay, now that we
what
talked
happens-
about getting
what was
onto your ship, there is one thing we haven't discussed yet.
Hold on, we'll get there. I was going to say, you do go, when you get to port, keep in mind you are going to go through security like you do an airport. So be prepared for that. It's easy, it's quick. And then you go get in the registration line and take care of everything else you need to do. Oh, yeah.
This is a packing cube.
Yes.
Definitely want to.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So we got two of them, one for me and one for my wife, and this thing comes with pretty much everything that you need. It comes with a little laundry bag. I'm not going to pull everything out. And then it comes with a bunch of little packing cubes, kind of like this. And you just stuff, and you can watch videos, or if you're really good at folding things, they really work wonders.
These things are a lifesaver.
Best things ever. I
recommend one per person.
And then so I did one year on STOV, and then Scott's like, "Ooh, those are amazing." And
so, like I said, I recommend one per person.
They're great if you want to keep your stuff organized. And what Scott and I did is we just took out our packing cubes and stuck in a drawer.
We could probably actually find pictures of packing cubes later if people want to see what they fully look like. But the idea, guys, is that you stuff them full of stuff and that you put them into your luggage, and it's a lot easier to transport things instead of having things shift around or move around on you.
They're more compact.
They're locked in. What? They're
They're
organized.
more compact, so you can put more stuff in your suitcase.
That too. Yeah.
What we could do is we could link both your and I's Amazon Cruise
Wish
list if you want to,
Yeah, we could do that.
or something.
And if anybody has any ideas, I'd be more than happy to have them add them.
So I was going to show you. This is checking in.
Okay.
Be prepared to stand in a long ass line.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Because remember, guys, this is a themed cruise, and we're at 98% capacity. So I don't know how many the ship holds. Was it about 4,000 or 5,000 people? That should give you an idea right there.
Uh-huh.
what was fun about this year, though, is do you remember that? You remember this story?
Yeah.
We're in line and we're moving around, kind of going through how they have things organized. And there's a group. I think they were ahead of us or they were behind us. I don't remember exactly.
I think they're
But-
behind us.
They're behind us, and they were taking every Star Trek character and relating them to a Harry Potter character.
No,
Oh,
what
God.
house they would be in.
Oh, what house? That's right.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
It was
But you guys notice from
Great.
this picture, though, that everybody here is has a backpack. So I would strongly recommend backpacks.
Yes.
Because at 4 hours, you're not going to want to be carrying around your luggage. backpack. Oh, they can't
This
see
is
my mouth.
after. Okay, this is. I don't think I got a picture of beforehand. So we got
Mm.
dropped off, and the line was outside, down the hall, down the street. And then you get in. They ask you. They were going to ask you for your ticket and your ID or passport. And then you go upstairs, which is really weird. You go upstairs through this area of security. Yeah.
Mhm.
Security.
So TSA, but not as strict as TSA. You don't have to take your shoes off or your belt off, but you just have to throw your stuff. You do take it, TSA before 9/11 TSA, if that makes sense.
Okay. Sure.
So you still have to take everything out of your pockets and put it in a container, and then you go through TSA lines, and that was pretty fast.
Mhm.
Then you go back downstairs.
Yeah,
Vanilla line.
I remember that.
You go upstairs, go through TSA, then you go back downstairs. Then you go through this long hallway. Then you go through this, which is all this
This is
all
the
this.
embarkation room, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then you can't say more. Then you check in. Oh, you saw check in here. Then
Yeah.
you check in here. And this is where you get your lifeline, your card.
Okay.
Your
Your
Nice.
room,
And then-
credit card, all that stuff.
then you go back upstairs.
Go downstairs, you go upstairs. Go upstairs, you go downstairs.
Now
Mhm.
this was our port last year. It'll be different for Cruise 5 because
Mhm.
we don't know what that port looks like.
Mm.
But very similar concept. So
Yeah.
then you go through the gangway, this cluster, this room with windows everywhere, and you're right up the ramp. So we
So
took
this was
pictures.
last year's ship, guys. We're
Mhm,
not
this
going
is
to be on
last
this
year.
ship. Yeah. We're not
It's
going to be
gonna
on
be-
Explorer of the Seas.
It's going to be similar but different.
Ship is slightly bigger too.
And then there's all kinds of decor.
And remember, guys, this is all assuming that we're going to be launching next February, because who knows what will happen if they
Mhm.
push us out. Because if they push us out, then of course we may get the Mariner, we may not get the Mariner. So everything's subject to change.
But I'm just showing you what they details. They take away photos they have and
Ooh,
put
look at
in
that.
Star Trek photos. They have,
do?
These are like normal. Like if you're not in here, like these are like regular photos.
Oh.
This was cool. Now this is probably gonna happen to everyone.
Oh, that's a trading post you're talking about.
That's the training post with the shirts. They
Mhm.
always have on both crews. And now we went to we went 2 Star Trek cruises on 2 different ships. Okay.
Mhm.
Both had random Star Trek movies and TV shows on TV all the time,
Which is nice.
which is
Oh,
nice.
speaking of that, TVs, I heard, and I think you told me this, Jenny and Scott, that if you're in your hotel room, like you want to take a shower or you just want to relax for a little bit, you can watch the theaters in your room.
Mhm.
You can.
They have simulcast, and they
Yeah.
say you don't want to go into the theater room for some reason, they will simulcast it upstairs. Well, this is last year in another room
Okay.
with more seating. You know.
Actually, I think that was one of the bars that, because the bars play it and
Mhm.
everything, any bar you go to plays the same thing.
Well, what's that? Collect them all? I would have loved to collect all those.
It's one
Were
of
those
those where
poker
you.
chips?
No.
No.
Look at this
Huh.
clear thing here.
Okay.
You stand inside of it and you act like you're an action figure.
Oh, but it says collect them all, like Janeway,
It's
Doctor.
an action figure. It's like an
Oh, you have
action
to do all the
figure.
poses or something?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, you can.
do I have a picture of me in it? I don't think I have a picture of me in it.
Oh,
But
okay.
you stand in it and you act like you're one of the action figures.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
they had a giant cake.
That first day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what we did is because it was like middle of the day, we went and got something to eat as soon as we pretty much
That's
boarded.
what most people do. They go up and
Yeah.
get to eat. Yep. So here's what I ate. So this year's cruise,
Yum.
I decided to take a picture of everything I ate.
All
'Cause
except for
people
that
always-
thing, whatever's on that knife and fork. Everything else looks delicious.
The salad?
That's just you, Jay.
I was talking about the meat.
I think that was pot roast or something.
Ugh.
This is outside or the Miami. This is the promenade. This is gonna look very similar to next year's ship.
There are some differences in them, but so you guys see the windows on either side of the room? Those are the promenade interior views. And so
Mhm.
those are the kind of rooms I'll be staying in.
Mhm.
I think Scott and Jenny are going to be, well, I don't know if they want me saying what kind of room they're in, but I don't mind telling what room I'm in. So, yeah, like I said, guys, right now the only interior rooms that are available do not have windows like those. They will just be straight windows or straight rooms. We showed a picture of that earlier. So, advantages and disadvantages of that. Unfortunately, Mariner hasn't caught up to the times yet, but some of the cruises like Disney and some of the other ones have now offer virtual windows.
This room had it.
they had 'em.
This room
This
had
ship
it.
had
This
it.
ship had it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mariner has it too.
I don't
Sure.
know Maryland, but this ship did.
It should.
Okay, so Explorer, I guess,
say
has a virtual window.
should. Yes.
So you may or may not, guys. I mean, but I'm pretty sure you could turn that off if you don't really want it. But
Yeah.
they're not bad, the virtual ones, because from the videos that I've seen, they're not bad.
So we saw
But,
these.
yeah.
This is the room. We saw this already. I can go bypass all this.
Oh, no. Okay, go ahead, I guess.
I mean, we already saw it.
I know. I was so hoping I was hoping to see your closet.
I don't no closet in here.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think we got it. This is
Uh,
another just photo op thing.
Photo op, yeah. Just a random photo op they have.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they have the triple disabled SCLV scene type
Yeah.
deal here.
They call it, what do they call this? The big. They had some weird name for it.
It's
But
like
this is where you-
Gorn's
Masquerade?
Gong or something. No, it was like Gorn's
Oh.
Gong screen or something like
Something
that.
like that.
Okay.
Um,
Is it just
This is-
announcements?
this is where all the announcements were shown.
Yeah. Okay.
And occasionally they would actually play an episode up there too.
Yeah. Oh, and then here's those soda machines we talked about.
Yeah.
your
So, guys,
drinks?
that is an associated cost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
So-
completely separate, and you'll book that through the cruise line when it comes time.
Yes.
And we recommend booking that ahead of time. Don't purchase it when you're down there,
Yes.
because you'll save money if you book it ahead of time.
Mhm.
And it's not a sticker cost shock.
Yeah.
And
And so this is a launch party. I mean, everybody's on the ship
yes.
at this time.
Mhm.
It's usually 4 or 5 in the afternoon. It's varied between the years for us.
Oh,
So
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
yeah, it's like I said, that last year I tried to take pictures of all my food because people always ask me what I ate. So I was like, fine, I'll take pictures of all my food.
Cindy. She asked about the honeymoon suite.
No.
Oh, sure. Yes, and
I
you're gonna
already
pay for
said
it.
that. No. You're not getting married without your family.
So, getting back on topic, this is the main theater.
Mhm.
This is where a lot of your shows at night will take place here or other places in the ship.
And this is
depending
on the
what's going
second
on.
deck, right?
This is
So-
on 4th and 5th deck.
Okay,
Fourth
no,
and
I mean,
fifth.
it's in the front of the ship, on the fourth
Yeah,
and
front
fifth
and
deck.
forward.
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
that, guys. So if you choose room all the way in the back. You're gonna have to walk all the way to the front.
And how they
then-
do their shows, since we're on this, when you book your cruise, you tell them, do you want your first showing, which is early, or a second showing, which is later? And you can work dinner around that. And you will not miss a show. Like, say, Brent Sminer's doing a comedy show one night, and
Yeah.
you're early, the next show will be something different for the other group. Like you saw,
Okay.
I had a red card. There's the other
Yeah.
group that'll have one that is blue. And that's how
Lisa
you
asked,
tell.
Lisa asked the question: how long is the boarding process while we go into this one?
It really
It really, because it really depends on what time you arrive. The earlier you arrive, the longer it's going to be. The later you arrive, the shorter it's going to be. We arrived about 11 because if you do the I'll text her when we get to the doors.
Okay.
When you do the sign up for the transportation, they will tell you what time to get there.
Mhm.
And so our time was like 11 o'clock, I think.
11 or 11:30, something like
30.
that.
And apparently that's when everybody to show up because at the time, the reason why was because sorry. A cat came in.
Oh.
Because at the time they had like 8 ships all departing that day.
It's crazy.
And so they were asking people to limit, like asking people, okay, this ship, you people arrive this time to keep traffic congestion out of the way. So they said,
Because
no,
it's
it's
just
not.
one. It's just one big port, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's one
don't
big
have
port.
separate areas.
Like they have separate areas, but it's like a
Is it like a terminal?
Yeah,
Like
it's
an
like a
airport
terminal.
Like you have so many people in one little area, then next.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no different than like when you're traveling like during the holidays. Just remember, we're not the only cruise line leaving that day.
Yeah.
We're leaving, but we are leaving Saturdays, and there are a lot of cruises coming back Saturday. There are other cruises that do leave Saturdays. I also know there's cruises that leave on Sundays too, but
Yeah, last
I
year we
think
left
those
on
are the
Sunday.
4-day ones. I think those are the 4-day ones though. So I mean,
Last
they
year
do
we
have
left on a Sunday, came back on a Sunday. So
So I guess it all depends on the cruise line when they
Mhm.
book the
Mhm.
reservations and all that. So Jenny and Scott would definitely know. They're the ones who've been on the cruises before, not me.
okay, so yeah,
So
this is
I hope that answers your question, Lisa.
yes, I hope it does.
Go ahead, Jenny.
So that this is where all your shows are going to be. Your like nightly show, just like a cruise where they have like a nightly performance. We had a nightly performance. Like there's like I said, blue and red cards, early and late showing.
I'm gonna get more coffee, but I'm listening.
Scott and I prefer the late showing because we like to have dinner before we go to the show.
Yeah, that's important, guys, because of the fact that if you don't, you're gonna be hungry and waiting for the show to end.
Oh yeah.
Oh, these are door decorations. I should wait on
Oh.
the door decorations. Let me
Well, we
skip
can skip
those.
over it for now. We can come back
Okay.
to them.
Oh yeah, Scott surprised me with chocolate covered strawberries. He's such a romantic. Here's breakfast next day too.
Oh,
And
I
let me
want to see
tell
this.
you,
I want to see this.
breakfast is,
Really
it's
good.
delicious. If possible, try eat everything on the ship,
Try
and
at least
don't eat offshore unless you want to like to venture and try new places. But we like to save money, and if we can eat for free on the ship, we will. And we would just try to eat a big meal before we get off the ship.
Mhm.
That's us personally.
Jen wants to know if we need 2 or 1 passport wallets.
I would
right?
say 2. I would say individually.
So 1 per person. Yeah, 1 per
Yes.
person, Jen.
I
So
brought
that's
mine.
another
Hold
good
on.
thing, guys. 1 per person.
Yeah, and
What
make
is a
sure
passport wallet, Jenny?
So this
Then
is
we'll get back to food.
this is a let me so we can see it better. This is a passport wallet, okay? This is the reason I said to get this. This is RFID protected.
Uh huh.
That way nobody can scan your passport. You open it up and it's just like a normal wallet.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
And then
I'm sorry that
I
you're
have
center retention right now, Jenny, but just
I
trying
know,
to.
it's okay. I mean, so then you have like a little thing here. This is what I keep my money in, this little tiny thing on the cruise.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Okay.
not carrying this giant thing around me. So I put my money in there, and then
Are
on
you
the
seeing it, Jen?
cruise,
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Jenny's passport wallet. And they come in different colors, right, Jenny?
Mhm. Yeah.
Different colors, different styles.
Jen says black and pink. When we're looking at buying them. I want a black one, obviously.
And I have like papers in here. What's this? Oh, this is my discount because I work at a hotel.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is nice. Has a little wallet that little zipper pocket here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put money
That
in.
took you off means.
Hey,
Really? Hey, thank you for finding your wallet, Jenny. Cha-ching!
I was wondering where I
Also-
put that.
on the
Yeah, Scott wondered where he put that.
first cruise, we got the coolest freebie
Yes.
ever.
What'd you get? I want that. I want that.
It was, yeah.
Did they have it last year?
No,
I'm
they
not.
didn't.
It's like open up, you can't see anything. But yeah, it's like there's a passport.
What?
The only time. Oh, and then since since you're showing that, make sure you make extra copies of your passport.
Hmm
Have at least 3 to 4 extra copies, and in different places too.
They won't. Sadly, they won't stamp your passport when you go on. Like if we went to Jamaica, they don't stamp or anything like that. So
But you have to still present it?
Nope.
yeah, you just have to show it, like to get on and off the ship.
Okay.
Oh,
Just show
sure,
it
yeah,
you.
you did.
Well,
I've got. well,
sometimes you
mine-
did. Sometimes you didn't.
sometimes I didn't. And I also, when I got my passport, I got a passport card, which is similar size, actually same size as like your driver's license.
Well, yeah, I've seen passport cards. I used to work for
Yeah.
the state. I mean,
Oh, no,
yeah, they
I'm-
do. They
this-
look like little
this is for
driver's
everybody.
license.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was a lot easier to carry, and it works for like if you like when we went to Jamaica or wherever, and it will work to get on and off the ship.
I recommend that, guys, because otherwise you're carrying that big passport
Mhm.
around. And if you don't need to stamp, if you're not going to get stamps anyways, then
They
you might
won't
as well
let you.
take the card.
There's no options to stamp. I was kind of sad. I wanted the stamps.
It's like, come on, I want a stamp from Jamaica. Oh.
Yeah. So let me know if you have any questions, or if we can continue.
Well, yeah, continue. And then if we get questions, we'll circle back.
I go back to share screen. That I'll do audio just in case. Share. So yeah, this is breakfast the next day.
Ooh, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm listening. My wife wants to know if I want the tub still out. Oh, well, she's talking about the next day, guys. Theme nights are important. Sorry, Jen. Theme nights are important.
Hmm
Mhm.
One of the themes is pajama party night. If you want to partake, you do not have to partake in any of the themes, but if you want to, you can. This is my onesie TNG onesie pajamas, which I'll only wear for the party.
Hmm.
I will not be sleeping in this thing because they are super warm.
This
And
is a
remember,
good-
guys, go ahead, Scott.
Sorry, I'm gonna say this is a good question, Lisa.
Well, let's get to that in a second.
Okay. Well,
No, I'm just saying they are warm, so make sure you guys realize that. It's like just because it's February, we're still going to be in a tropical place.
mhm.
It's going to be hot, okay? But go ahead, Scott. Now go.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a good question. There are
Okay.
some restaurants on board that you do have to pay for, like Johnny Rockets was a specialty restaurant. There's a sushi place, and I think there's a
Neelix's,
like a steak
Neelix's
shop.
table, which I think
Yeah.
was Italian.
Was Italian.
Yeah,
place.
Jamie's
There-
Italian.
There's only like maybe 4 restaurants on board that are extra. Everything
These-
else is covered.
Lisa, the way I would approach this, if you're interested in that, usually what I like to do one time is I usually like to do something for the experience,
Mhm.
and that's how I
Mhm.
usually justify the additional cost. Like I'm gonna at least go 1 out of the 7 days to Johnny Rockets.
Oh yeah,
You know,
And
just
Johnny
for the
Rockets
experience.
was actually recently priced. I think it was like $12 to $13.
Well, no, I get that it's reasonably priced. So if you're talking about
No,
$12,
but I'm
$13
saying-
times 7 days,
Right?
it
Yeah.
adds up.
But what I liked about them is everything's still unlimited. So you go to Johnny Rockets and you can get 3 burgers if you really want 3 burgers.
Yeah.
They had unlimited fries and unlimited onion rings too.
However, the milkshakes are separate.
Yeah, milkshakes are separate.
So yeah, You can get
Alright.
unlimited food and drink, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not dessert milkshakes, but yeah.
So this is on talk about how they have. This is the Voyager's reunion. This one I'm telling, like each night they have something special. This wasn't one of the special nights. This is just one of those like going to a con.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
I
panel you
was
want
gonna
to
say
go
that's what it
to.
reminds me, a con panel.
Basically, what this was, a con panel.
Yeah.
I had took a lot of pictures, so I was kind of.
And con guy
Bypass
stands
them.
for convention.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure that everybody here knows what a con is, so.
Oh, should I tell this story?
Go ahead and
No,
is
because
not
we're
a-
trying not to scare people.
It's just an experience, and it was an experience.
yeah.
It wasn't scary. I mean, it wasn't that scary.
I didn't say it was that kind of scary. I
Yeah,
didn't
it
mean scared as in
wasn't that
frightening. I
scary,
mean
was
scary as
it?
in
No. Oh, I know.
just
I can show you
yeah.
how well they treated me and respectful.
Yeah.
So two things actually. First thing, when we got in a room, the light above a window was flickering, and we
Yeah.
didn't really care, so we didn't we're like whatever, it didn't bother us at all.
We
So
didn't,
we didn't.
we didn't really use it anyway.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
didn't really care. But our steward noticed that our light was flickering and put in the maintenance request for us.
Oh, nice.
And when we came back to our room, we had this little slip in our door that said we had fixed the problem or something like that.
Oh, that's nice of
I
them.
was like, that's nice of them. So that was
Somebody's
cool.
working for a tip.
Yeah,
And
just
I
doing
mean
their
that
job.
nicely. I mean,
Yeah.
I like people who are proactive and do things, not because they necessarily know you're going to tip them, but because it's the right thing to do. Especially in the hospitality industry, you need to do things like that. You know, I mean, I remember used to being a waiter. I don't work in a hotel chain, but I did make the main reason why I wanted Jenny to be my deputy fleet commander is because I knew she had the hospitality service that you need to be in a leadership role.
Mhm.
Remember, everything's about service to people and service to helping, even podcasts in a way. Like tonight, our service to you guys is the fact that we are doing this. We're doing a cruise and telling you what to expect. Now, cruises are really awesome because everything that you have is on the ship. Everything that you need is also on the ship. You can buy additional things like restaurant packages. You can buy
Mhm.
T-shirts and other things, but realistically, you don't need all those things if you just pay for your cruise itself.
Yeah.
You're still going to get to go to all the ports for free. Well, free is a relative term. Once you pay for all that, what you've already paid for, all the services you already paid for, you don't have to throw out additional money if you don't want to. And even if you don't want to get the drink packages, they do offer waters and other things in the what do you call that? The buffets. They do offer limited drink support options there,
Mhm.
but you do have to go to the buffets to get them. I mean, so it all depends on you and what your comfort level is the best way I can describe it. Like, for example, I'm going to get the drink packages with the mocktails. My wife and I, we're not big drinkers, so we don't drink alcohol, for example. Some people do, so they might want to pay that cost because paying whatever the cost is for the alcohol might be worth it versus paying each drink and whatever the subsidized fee for it is. And remember, all of it gets charged to your room, so you might be having a great night and not realizing how many drinks you had,
Yep.
and then you get that final bill. You're like, "How much did I spend?"
Well, and
What?
the actual like alcohol package here, you
Yeah.
have to literally start drinking first thing in the morning and go all day long drinking to get your money's worth out of it. So it's it's our opinion.
Yeah.
So that's why if we wanted a drink and it wasn't a glass of wine we had in the room, we would just go and buy one for that evening, or we would try one. Like we'd have a break in the day and we would try.
But what a mocktail drink is just basically the same drinks but virgins.
Mhm.
Like you could have a virgin strawberry daiquiri, or you could have virgin whatever the drink is. So they have a lot of mocktails. So for me, I can have the experience and the illusion of drinking, but I'm not a big drinker. And the main reason for that is I'm a scout leader outside of this. I work security, so I'm always on call. I'm also an assistant scoutmaster with a scout troop. I used to do Cub Scouts, but now my daughter's finally into scouting. Do a little work with those Girl Scouts, but mainly just scouting. Scouting is formerly known as Boy Scouts of America, or Scouts BSA is what it's commonly referred to. But so I learned a long time ago not to drink, and typically on cruise, not cruises, typically at the convention I might drink, but the fact that we're going to be on a cruise and I don't want to pay the cost for somebody who doesn't drink all the time, it's a little hard to swallow the cost of it. But for somebody who does drink, it probably be worth it.
And some specialty drinks were
Yeah.
like $10-11 here and there, depending on where you went. Every
Yeah.
bar kind of had their own themed menu. I know the one that Jenny and I went to, the drinks there were like $10. It's easy.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'd have like one, and that would be it.
Yeah, so it all depends, guys. And if you're a casual social drinker, it might be just cheaper to buy the one or two, 10, 20. Or if you're Matt and have 2 drinks in your hands at all times. Okay, guys, in fairness, okay, to Matt, I think one of the drinks was his roommates or something like that. He was just holding on to it half the time.
We just bugged him because it seemed like every time we ran into him, he had
Every
two in his
time
hand.
we ran into him, he had 2 drinks in his hand.
Yeah, because
But it was-
his cabin mate would go and grab him a seat wherever they were.
Permit to be mean to people.
My daughter apparently has a permit to be mean to people.
Not you. You don't have a permit.
Oh, I don't have a permit to be mean to people. I'd like to see this permit, Kaylee.
Anyways.
Anyways, moving on. All right, so go ahead and let's go lightly into this because we're already almost up to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was I got out of the shower. I went to flush the toilet. And I was like, why is the toilet still running? Looked over, and water was gushing out on the walls by the
Ooh.
toilet. And I was like, what the heck? So I was in my birthday suit, okay, because I just got out of the shower. So I jumped out of the bathroom, and I was freaking out. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I went and grabbed a towel to put underneath here because the ship was at the time was kind of rocking. That's last year's cruise. We hit a lot of weather, per se, a lot of windy nights. Like a lot of things we had to go inside to do because we couldn't do on the pool deck because it was really windy. Oh, look, we were talking about Matt. He's back.
Yep.
I think that's what it was.
How you do
The
that.
fact that we were talking about him, that we cosmetically pulled him back to us.
So
It's like saying his name 3 times.
So what I end up doing is I go and I, call, of course, the front desk basically. I said, my toilet's overflowing. They go, oh, okay, we'll bring some right away. I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta try to get dressed really fast. I don't know how long they're gonna get here. But, all my clothes are still in the bathroom. So I had to step into the water, reach over and grab all my clothes to get dressed out in the main room. My hair is still up in a hair turban, and they arrived. I put on my shirt and they arrived.
You know what I wish that this program would allow? For us not to block Scott's head.
Right.
I wish it'd be in the main area itself.
I don't mind.
One last question. For all the activities and panels, etc., do I need to sign up or register for these, or can I just show up and walk in and enjoy the show?
Show and walk in unless it is a pay event.
And aren't paid events usually done during port days? Or are they
sea days?
Sea days.
Oh, sea days. Okay.
Typically
So a sea day is a day where you don't go into port.
No, you literally are in between. You're on the sea, but there's so much going on that you don't even realize it.
Jesus, Jen. Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry, Scott.
I'm trying to find it. I know it's in here.
So paid events, but they will tell you, Lisa, if it's a paid event.
Oh yeah.
And usually, I think some of them could be limited because I think Nana Visitor did one. Didn't she last year? And one of them did a drink one, right? Casey Biggs was a paid one too.
That was fun too.
I don't know if I could handle his strong drinks though.
Yeah. Let's just say 3 strong drinks for dinner was very fun that night.
Lisa, it doesn't have to be the last question. You feel free to ask me any questions you like.
All questions you want. That's what we're doing this for. To help out anybody.
Yeah, trust me, this helps me out too. We also have a Star Trek group cruise group, and that we go as a group. And I got introduced to them, and they've been really helpful in answering a lot of questions. So I thought this would be a great way. Jenny actually thought about it. I can't take the credit for this. That we could reach out to more people and hopefully get them prepared and ready. Maybe we'll do another one of these
No,
closer.
Matt, no.
No. No. No.
Yes.
You do not want to see me in a Betazoid wedding. No.
Or me. I'm a big guy too, you know. You don't want to see all this naked.
Okay,
They
so
have a country song that says she don't like me naked anymore. It's a lead singer of Alabama. It's like back in 2014 it came out, and it's just a funny song.
I just want to go back to this quick story.
Yeah, quickly.
They showed up, I mean, like that. I was expecting it to take a little longer.
Yeah.
And so in the hallways, I don't know about the new ship, in the hallways, in between the rooms, there's these doors. And I was like, what the heck are these doors? And since our room was the very last room, we kind of had an indent, and our
Yeah.
door was off to the right. That is the plumbing wall where they can go in and turn off plumbing to your room only.
Wow. That is
So
awesome.
they
Mhm.
fixed the whole entire plumbing behind the wall.
That is awesome.
So all those doors are plumbings for your bathroom. So they can open up, see all the plumbing and fix it was I guess there's a clog or something. That's why the water was gushing out on the sides.
Give him advance notice, and I will join you guys. Oh,
Is
he's
the
talking about when we can come back
non-existing
again.
Betazoid wedding?
No, he's talking about because I say we should do this again
Oh,
closer
yeah.
to the event.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yes,
would
we
love
will.
to have you on, Matt.
But so they basically what they did is they took this giant machine, plugged
know
it
what?
into what?
Sorry. You know what we should do? We should do this when we know for sure, like some of the events and stuff like that, and maybe talk about the do's and don'ts, and then we
Yeah.
can plug it into events. So we can recap this and then plug it into some of the events that they're going to be doing and the drink packages. We can talk about. That's when we should go back and do this again,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we can bring
Bring
Matt
that
on.
board.
Yeah.
So Matt, we'll get back to you. Go ahead, Jenny. I apologize.
Basically, they suck up the whole thing, dumped it back into the bathroom, and they were done in like 10 minutes.
That was it.
It was amazing.
And
There was so
Jenny's
much
You
water
can't
that
even
they
get a hotel room to do that for you.
right.
right. I know. And poor Jenny's dealing with this. Well, I left earlier that morning to go stand in a very long autograph line because one mistake, if you do not get a whole bunch of autographs, unless it's your only time you're going to see that person for a while.
Lisa, I
Is-
recommend don't do it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because
Well, it
I'm not because I'm
depends.
cheap. I'm not because I'm not because I'm cheap. It's just I don't want to wait in a line when I am paying for an experience.
Yeah.
And to me, the waiting in line is not an experience I want to really
And-
partake in.
Well, and depending on who it is, the autograph is actually cheaper on the cruise than it is, say,
Mhm.
a Comic-Con or Vegas or whatever. Like Marina Sirtis was cheaper.
It really depends on
Come
what
on,
you
the
like.
only autograph I want is Mary Chifo's. That was so sweet, guys. Seriously. So for those who don't know, they for my birthday they got me a cameo with Mary Chifo.
So do you if you like those photo ops and those autographs, do it.
Yeah.
They do all the photo ops and autographs in the main dining room. And so you just kind of weed through the whole main dining room, and it's pretty well organized. And now this year they started putting chairs in so people could sit down, wait in line.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's
'Cause
nice.
The year before, we didn't have that.
So, but how does that work then? If they're preparing the dining room for the main evening the lunch,
The
or is it
dining
just
room is
breakfast
3
and dinner?
stories tall. The dining room is 3 stories tall,
And
and
But I'm
they only
saying,
do the bottom floor for dining.
yeah,
Didn't
but
they use
isn't
the
that usually
bottom?
where
No, they used
you would?
it was 3 floors. They used the top one for photo ops and autographs. The other 2 were for
Oh,
service.
okay.
Yeah.
So they can still get the
Mhm.
service ready. And is it 3 meals they do down there, or just 2, breakfast and dinner?
I want to say it was breakfast and dinner.
Dinner.
Okay.
I know it was
'Cause,
definitely
yeah.
dinner.
And I think maybe the lunch during cruise sea days.
Oh, guys, speaking of that, sometimes I don't know if it's true of the Star Trekkers, but I've heard on other cruises that sometimes, even though we have our own collective group that we're going to go with together and we might eat together, sometimes I heard that you will be partnered up with other people and you
Mhm.
could sit together at a table.
Like we
So don't
sat
forget that either, guys, that you will be partnered up, it seems like.
we sat one night with a group that was from Germany that was like a dance club, and they were traveling
Yeah.
together.
We
Weren't
sat with
they?
a group that was no, they were from Georgia, and they did country folk dancing.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Remember, we had to get up as they were telling the story because we had to go run to something.
Yeah, that's right.
Lisa says I've seen pics of Star Trek squares and is that a free event, for example? That looks
Yes.
like fun.
Yes.
Yes, that is one of the night.
Watch
Uh,
the YouTube video. Marina Searches
Oh
is
my
funny.
gosh,
Yes.
that is one of the not one of the shows you do at night.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a free one.
This is just a free drink. They do they do a t-shirt party where everybody wears the same t-shirt that you get, and if you wear the t-shirt, you get free alcohol.
So there are other options, guys. So if you are the casual drinker and you don't want to pay a lot of money, you will get the occasional random drink.
Mhm.
Of course, you don't get to choose what it is, though.
Well, they give you options. There was
Oh, do you do?
Uh,
I thought you
huh?
did. Okay.
There's
I stand
punch,
corrected, guys.
champagne, and wine.
yeah.
Okay. So look at this
Besides-
guy. Who are these two handsome devils?
These two, I don't know. Who are these handsome devils here? Okay,
Scott,
next
I like
one is
that
a little
smile.
video. I don't know if did I? I'll skip the video.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
Matt, we do.
Yes.
As our group, we need a dinner.
This example.
Just how the pool party is, or the t-shirt party.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play the audio because it does have songs. And
You are
I don't
playing the
wanna
audio?
hit-
Oh, okay.
So it
I don't
was
want to
less
get hit by copyright
yeah.
music.
No, it was less than 30 seconds. You won't.
Okay.
That's true.
Good.
But I don't feel like redoing it.
That's just more like panel style, right?
This was
Mhm.
the doctor's panel.
Yeah.
I'll skip through a lot of these because
And
I
if you've gone to the
did
conventions, they
360.
pretty much tell the same story. So if you know there's something you've seen before, and so maybe you want to go back to the room and change over, again, plugging in the TV, you can listen to them while you get ready to do something else.
That's what I did for when the toilet overflowed because I
Yeah.
was trying to head over to a panel, and so I just turned it on and wait for the people to show up.
Yeah.
That I believe that was Cuba that we're
This is
looking
day
at.
2, so where'd you
That's-
go on the first day?
I believe that's no, that's Dominican
Rico?
Republic.
Oh,
No, that's
Dominic.
not-
That's
That's
right, Dominic.
Dominican Republic.
I'm gonna say because you're still on day 2 according to this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we went to Dominican Republic first and then went on to Puerto Rico.
So guys,
we
it
didn't
is
go.
my intention that besides pictures, because I think Jenny will do a lot of pictures, I want to do a lot of videoing.
I might try videoing this year. Or
Well,
next
I
year.
mean, because I'll have somebody's birthday present. GoPro 8 with me. We'll have our phones, and we'll have a camera.
Mhm.
So it's like we'll have options.
And Jay,
Yes.
you should know who that is.
Hmm.
I mean, the person behind the
You know,
mask. I think you
Is
know
that
who
Norn?
it
Or no, it's similar to Norn, right?
is. Mhm.
Morn.
Also, they rename all the restaurants.
Kapla.
Kapla restaurant. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That-
the
that
Cheers
was-
vibe.
That was actually the Irish bar.
Yeah, there's
Ah,
Irish bar.
nice.
Oh, here's some options, drinks, and the pricing. If you don't have the special.
Here's my only problem with the Ractagino. The Ractagino wasn't an alcohol drink until the
Yeah.
fan base community got a hold of it and turned it into one. The TV series made us feel like it was a coffee with a kick.
Yeah.
I always
But-
thought of it as like coffee with maybe like hot sauce in it or something.
But
Or
this
maybe
also gives
prune
you a
juice.
general idea of what the prices are for drinks.
Yeah.
Most of them are about $11 to $95.
Matthew, I'm not ignoring your comments. I do see them. He's talking about the drinks. Like there are 2 different drinks. I think that was in earlier to the champagne and the wine for the free
Mhm.
drink. I think that's what he was discussing there.
Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about third
Yeah.
cruise. We had 3 options.
Okay. I mean, so guys, there's a lot you can do on these cruises and a lot of different experiences. You can go to different bars.
Oh, we met this
I'll go
random
back
chick.
one. And just go ahead and go back one. So, like I said, you know, is this the Irish bar or something else?
This is
This was a Suna bar.
Okay, and it's just a karaoke night.
This
no.
is just randomly singing.
Oh, okay.
We were
Right,
So
right.
that's something. Oh, so it's just like Star Trek Las Vegas.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah. Because what had happened is we went down for a scavenger hunt, going to the next
Yeah.
picture, and we're just
Go ahead,
sitting
yeah.
waiting, and we might as well just have a drink while we're sitting there. It was like we think we got a Pepsi or whatever. And
So there are 2 different
they started
scavenger hunts,
singing.
right?
Right. When then they
Okay.
started singing, we're like, "What is going on?" And we turned, and that's how we got that video.
Nice. So there are two different scavenger hunts, guys. One that the ship does, and
Mhm.
one that ECP does. That's my
This was
understanding.
the ship one.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like take a picture of a piece of art. Take a picture of you shooting the hoops. Take a picture of the rock climbing wall. You know, things they do. Giant
Yeah.
rockets.
Giant
They
rockets.
wanted to get a picture with one, the waitress, but it was closed.
Yeah.
So, you know, a napkin on your head, doing yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's
And-
funny. It's take a
and
picture of
this-
you in the shower.
Yeah. Group photo.
A ball man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Somebody with red hair. This is the closest person we found with red hair. Eating a cookie, which was disgusting. I didn't like
So,
that
guys,
cookie.
Star Trek fans are the best fans. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put that out there. You can pretty much go up to anybody and ask them to take a photo. They'd be more than happy to take a photo with you.
Silly faces. Actually, there's one coming up here that we did at. Somebody comes up because they're doing it. We had to do 6 feet.
Yeah.
No, 7 feet. 7 feet.
Yeah.
So like, okay. So we took pictures of 7 feet. We both had the same photo.
Nice.
Picture of the TV. So we went to the big side standing TV.
Yeah.
And these are more door decorations.
If you could read this, my cloaking device is broken.
I'm trying to pass the door decorations.
Oh, the scanner.
one
Matt,
that
I
they-
have no idea what the kick is because, for the record, G knows what he's talking about.
Oh.
I always
Yeah.
assumed it was like some kind of hot sauce, maybe prune juice, something, you know, something with a little bit of spice to it. Could even be
Ginger
just a
root.
straight shot of cinnamon,
Maybe.
Could be.
because cinnamon by itself is pretty spicy. Have you ever tried just taking a Ugh, I wouldn't
No.
recommend it. Like
By
Fireball, for
accident.
example. Fireball has a kick to it. A sweet kick, but still a kick.
These are some of the
My wife's like, ooh,
decorations.
yum.
This was some of the decorations they had in
So
the
the whole
elevators.
ship is going to be like that, right? Where
Mhm.
different areas will be nicely decorated, shall we
Yeah.
say?
Mhm.
Should I tell them about the funny story in the elevator?
Yes, yes. Come on,
Okay.
Scott.
Sorry,
Go
babe.
ahead.
So we were going to another deck. Oh, come on, put it back. We were going back. We were going another deck. We got on the elevator. It was slightly crammed, but they're like, "Come on!" So everybody's crammed in there, and here is the elevator that happened to be Kate Mulgrew's decoration in the background. Kate Mulgrew was in front of her own decoration, and I saw it. I kind of immediately started laughing because I thought it was hilarious. And then Jenny just backs in, not realizing Kate Mulgrew
I
is
was just trying to
behind
be
her with the
respectful.
decoration behind her. And I kind of just I looked over. I'm like, okay, we're in an elevator with Kate Mulgrew. As soon as he got off, I told Jenny, I'm like, you realize he was behind you?
I said, no, I didn't because I was trying to be respectful, They had no clue.
And what was funny is the first stop we went
Oh.
to, they're in the back of the elevator. They had to go through everybody to get out.
Guys, that's a good point. If you do get on an elevator, not that Jenny backed into Kate Mulgrew.
Yeah,
but
no,
be
it was just
no. I'm
yeah.
just saying, be
Yeah.
respectful. They're there. They're humans.
Mhm.
Just like we are.
Mm.
They're just, sometimes they have to go in the same elevator we do. Just be respectful. If they approach you and want to talk, a lot of them will. They'll
Yeah.
start talking with you.
Mhm.
People like Garrett Wong, for example, he'll start a conversation easily. But if they're there and they're kind of busy, or maybe they just need a little time to unwind, respect their privacy. Don't be like, "Oh my God, it's you, Kate Mulgrew. I love it when you did."
They do have their own private lounge. Okay, last year they had their own private lounge. So if they wanted to get away from people, they can go up there and enjoy,
Well, I'm just saying, like when you're in an elevator or
Mhm.
stuff
Yeah,
like that,
exactly.
or maybe you see them walking down the hallway, they might be going somewhere, or they might have a show to do, or who knows. I mean, just be respectful. It's okay to
And-
look, but don't
Yeah.
interrupt them.
Yeah, because we
Like
ran
I-
into Chase too, and she started talking to us in the elevator.
And,
'cause,
I saw Anson Mount walking down the hallway and just said, "Evening, sir," and he just looked over and nodded because he's on his way to do a
Because
podcast.
you will run
That's
into
fine.
celebs because they're stuck on the same ship you are. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's fine. Like even I tell the same thing to people who go to Star Trek conventions. Like
Mhm.
I almost had Travis Merriweather run me over, so all he did was a smile because I was like sitting down waiting for my mom and Mike to show up. He almost ran me over, but in his defense, he couldn't see me because I was like literally like hiding behind the car, sitting down, waiting.
Well,
He
it's like
just smiled. He was
it's like the
"Hey,
last
look, Travis
the last
Freeman smiled at me."
the last SUV roll I kept running into Casey Biggs. Like everywhere we went, he's like right behind me, and I'm like, "You following me?" And he just started laughing.
There's
Really?
the French onion soup was delicious.
Next. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Jenny. Don't let me force you. No, go back to your onion soup.
I'll just say it was really good French onion soup.
Yeah.
Everything we had was good.
Actually, it looks pretty good. I mean, the presentation of it looks really good.
Cordon bleu.
That's
That's pretty
chicken with
good.
cordon bleu.
That
Mhm.
was cordon bleu.
Go back, Jen. Cordon bleu. We love cordon bleu. Ooh.
That's
That's
actually in
delicious.
formal dining room too, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh, that's in the formal dining room, sweetheart. So these are some of the gifts that they were talking about earlier that you get.
Posters, like
Explain the animal.
Oh
posters
yeah,
behind my wall. Oh, they do tell animals.
Yeah.
Almost every day they had some type of
Okay.
tell animal.
every day except for I think the last night, but it kind of varied room by room too. Some people got them on the night before you came back.
Also,
Lisa.
oh,
So
go
does
ahead.
Jenny and my wife, and I think Scott does too.
French onion soup is delicious.
French onion soup, Jen.
Mm.
I think Jen likes it too.
We like to leave. Okay, Scott and I, we just like to leave the TV on in our rooms often.
Mhm.
They will turn off every time they clean your room, and they do clean your room twice a day.
Mhm.
So
Unless you request not to.
yeah, there is an option on the door that say make up a room, do not disturb, things like that.
But why is the second one very important?
The do not disturb.
No. Why is the second cleaning very important?
That's when you
Okay.
get all your stuff.
No, not only do you get all your stuff, but like say for example, if you have multiple people staying in a room because you're trying to save costs, which is an option. There are some rooms that have 4 bunks. Most of
yeah.
the time during the day, the first one, they will put the
Mhm.
extra 2 bunks up. And on the second one, they will bring them back down. So if you're going to be booking with a group, like for example, it's just me and my wife and Scott and Jenny, we're all just going to get, my wife and I are going to be in one room. They're going to be in one room. We didn't go for the 4 and 1.
No.
We joked about it, but we didn't do it.
No. You're
But,
sleeping on a balcony, right?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping on no balcony. I thought we were going to tell them where you're staying. So
Oh,
Jenny
yeah.
and Scott got a balcony room since
Mhm.
she blurted it out.
Oh, I thought people
So,
knew we had a balcony room.
Well, that's
Oh,
because of the discount and the extra time to pay for it.
Yeah, the
Normally
bit.
we wouldn't have. We just like, oh, we have almost an extra year. Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
first, but it was really cool. The first cleaning is like in the morning after you leave your room. That's when they do all the good cleaning, make your bed, freshen up, freshen your sheets, vacuum, whatever they need to do. The second one is when they turn down your bed and replenish any towels that you used during the day.
So
And that's
Matthew
up.
brings a good point here about food restrictions, but
Mhm.
at least in the videos I saw in the past, Matthew, it looks like they have some options though. And
But we have a friend who was having problems with his food options. But if you
is
do
it because
have
he's
any
like
food
vegan
restriction,
and like dairy and all kinds of? Was he like the variety of?
I think he's
what was he,
vegan or something like that. Or
vegan, probably dairy free,
mhm.
no
Just
no plant based. Yeah.
if you do have food restrictions, call up the cruise line, let them know.
Yeah.
They can put it on your calendar, or they can put it on your record, and they give you options.
And if you let them know, they can get options.
Hmm
That's what I've heard Captain Kate say that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
She does. She's on the Celebrity Cruise Line though.
which is
She's
sister
somebody I
ship
follow
too.
on TikTok.
She's
Yeah.
also celebrities are a sister ship to Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
We got
anyway, get back on topic of the room.
we got posters which are behind me. You can't really see them.
Yeah.
Here's a little animal.
And
So
those were
every night they do a different animal.
Hmm
Yes.
And they will in the morning they will pull open your curtains, and at night they will close the curtains for you.
Nice. If you
Mhm.
have a room with a view. Okay.
So here's a general idea of what the mission orders, what's all going on at the ship.
So it's just like STLV where
Mhm.
instead of getting a book, it looks like you just get a sheet a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Pro tip, take a picture on your phone so you don't have to carry the paper around
Yes.
with you.
Yeah.
You do
Best
get
thing ever.
some of this stuff ahead of time, not everything. Some stuff they're still planning up until
Mhm.
the day you leave. That's why these are left on your bed at night.
And they're updated too for what we
Mhm.
need what's going on. They also tell you the theme night and some other things going on too,
Mhm.
like the time you're arriving, the time you're leaving the cruise port, and all that stuff. This is Puerto Rico.
Oh
This
yeah,
is a,
Oh, I
a
remember that story.
French Navy ship.
Yeah.
And we have to watch them back out. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, let's just say the cruise lines definitely have better turning radiuses than military vessels.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining watching them.
For those who don't know, like most cruise lines can actually take off sideways.
Mhm.
A lot of ships need to be pushed out.
Because of Aussie pods.
Yeah.
I love Captain Kate. She taught me a whole bunch of stuff. I want to
Yeah.
see them. I want to see a video of them taking out the ropes and putting the ropes up, like
I know-
anchors.
And you
Yeah.
would have thought, being in the back of the ship, because there were ones back there too, that we would at least heard anything. We didn't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you couldn't even hear them.
Nope.
Wow.
No,
Because cruise ships aren't known for having thick walls.
no, but we must have a really good wall or something.
Yeah. Or just the angle, I guess, was good enough to
Maybe.
deflect. Oh, did you have a friend?
Took a picture because I was so shocked at how close the pigeons were to us. They had no fear of us at all.
Mm.
I'm gonna say I haven't met a pigeon that does have fear.
All right, I'm about to. Okay, so I'm going to skip through all the.
Yeah.
We went
Oh,
through a rainforest, so I don't think I really want to
But
watch
guys,
those.
this is about the excursion. You can stop. Just stop right here. Don't zoom in on you. Just stop right here. So there are excursions, and we'll talk about it next time. So this just happened to be one that Scott and Jenny took. So she's going to go through these really fast.
Hmm.
And this is just them going on an excursion. But there are different options. You don't have to go on excursions. But if you do, we recommend that you do it through the cruise line itself
Yes.
and not individually. Okay.
What we're mainly talking about right now is like tips and stuff you want to know about.
Yeah.
Things, what's going on. This is the check-in. This is how
When
you
you're
get
coming
back on
back
the
from
ship.
port.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of the pre-check. You make sure you have your passport or your ID or whatever.
And have your sunglasses and hat off.
Mhm.
Because so when you, we forgot to fail to mention this, but when you check in at the very beginning of the cruise, they take a picture of you. And so when they scan your ID, your picture comes up. And they clarify, make sure that picture matches you.
Mm.
So they're going to ask you to take off any hats and sunglasses when you get up there.
Oh, you know
And
one
you
thing we haven't
also go
discussed
through
yet?
X-ray machine and a metal detector each time you get back
Mhm.
on the ship.
You know one thing we haven't discussed, but we can bring it up a little bit later,
Hmm.
is going up onto upper decks at nighttime and like stargazing and
Oh, you can do that.
no, that's what I'm gonna say. I want to
Yeah.
talk about that, but let's wait till we get a little further.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
right now
here's
we're in the
another. This is
hotel room.
day 3. We got the hats and the
Good.
bunny and rabbit.
There you
And
go.
this is when they give you options. Yep, there's a hat in real life, so you have it.
Matt wanted to say if you don't go to port, it's a good day just for downtime, and there are
Mhm.
things you can do on the ship for downtime.
We didn't go to Dominican Republic. One, because the sea was too choppy. Because Dominican Republic was a tender port,
Mhm.
so you had to get on a tender, which is a small boat. For people who don't know what a tender are, you get on a small boat and then get shipped over to the island.
I think you have some pictures of it, don't you?
Scott does, they're not on
Oh,
my
okay.
page.
Yeah, guys, let's put it this way: they're small and they cram everybody that they can into them, and
Mhm. Well,
you
and
feel every wave.
and theirs were yellow, and I was sitting there
Yeah.
watching them while Jenny's getting her food, and I'm like, wait, those are worker bees.
Yeah,
me and my Trek brain.
Yeah.
but they were. So they do give you option to do laundry. It's a cost, but if you need your clothes washed for any reason, they do give you the option like the 3rd day in if you need your clothes clean. They also have options for you to
So
get anything
keep that in
pressed.
mind.
Hmm.
Are those prices listed on the website for later on, or is that just something that you're
That
just
is
gonna have to
through
pay attention?
that is through the cruise line, so I would say look at Royal Caribbean's website for it.
That's what I was
It should
asking.
be
So
listed.
They
we'll
might
look
be.
we'll look into that next time when we do the next one. Okay, guys. So, but yeah, just keep that in mind.
This is one of the parties. So this is the parties. So the
Is
a
that the
typical
second
day.
stadium?
This is the ice rink.
Yeah, the
Yes.
ice rink.
Studio
Yes, the
B.
boat had a ice rink on it. They took the ice
Mhm.
rink portion out for us to do this.
They covered up with like wood and stuff.
Mhm.
So let me tell you a typical day. You wake up, you go to breakfast. If it's a port day, you go off to port. You do whatever you want to do in the port. You come back, you eat dinner, and you go to your show, vice versa. Then after that, you go back, get ready for the party. You party all night, then go to bed.
Yeah. So
So
and ports, like I said, we'll hit more of those next time, guys.
mhm.
Mhm.
I'm just
Especially
gonna
when we
get
know
a
what the
general idea.
yeah.
So this is one of the parties.
I want to say that's Heroes.
Heroes and villains.
Yeah, it was Heroes and
Yeah.
Villains. They had it
Because there's
separate, like
villains.
Heroes, and then went into Villains.
All right, hang on a second, guys. Lisa says this has been so helpful. Thank you so much. It's late on the East Coast, almost midnight, so I got to bow out. You all have been very helpful, and I do check the Facebook Cruise page too. Thanks and good night. Thank you, Lisa, for
Good
joining
night.
us. We really
You
appreciate
can,
it.
Lisa. Also, you can always come back and watch, skip through and watch the rest of it too, if you need anything.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Exactly,
joining us.
Matthews. 3 hours of sleep.
You're lucky if you get 3 hours of sleep on a cruise ship. No, just kidding. I wouldn't know. All I know is in
Yeah.
STLV, you don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, it's similar here because it's literally think about it. The Star Trek cruise is being STOV on the sea, but less people.
However, if you're a person that has a hard time sleeping, maybe a promenade or maybe an interior room would be the best thing because it'd be pitch black.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the parties. Ashley, if you see right here, that's Kenneth Mistral.
Okay. Yep. There he is.
He
Which-
actually mosh pit too.
I was gonna say Matt has a story on there for that. When he comes on, I'll let him tell that.
Nice.
They come around and they put glow paint on you. So I dressed up as my
To
mashup.
match him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was my mashup. So I was Heroes and a villain. The theme nights. There's Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, we're getting close to the end. This is the night before.
Okay.
We got these cool little MOBA emitter.
Hold on, I can get it. Hold
I
on.
want those. But the guys, so they may not have some of the stuff that Jenny and Scott have now. They may not have, like, for example, the passports weren't
Mhm.
available for Cruise 4,
Yeah.
but obviously they're available for Cruise 3. Maybe Cruise 5 they'll bring them back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe we should ask ECP, like, hey, can you bring back those passports?
So yeah.
That'd be
So
great.
they also these tags here are for if you decide to leave your luggage outside your room the night before you leave the ship, and they would take them off for you, and then when you get off the ship, you don't have to like luggage around, and they're all in a big open area, and you just pick it
So
up.
does it have to be the night before?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can't just like leave it like first thing in the morning?
Nope.
Yep. Has to be the night before because they come through at night and get everything.
Mhm.
Because they
Is there
have
a
to put
certain
them
time frame?
I believe so.
I don't.
Okay.
We
Something like
don't
that.
know because
We don't do it
We carried our
Okay.
stuff off the ship with us.
Mhm. because I heard
Okay.
it's a nightmare trying to find your luggage.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
this is think of a giant warehouse,
Yeah.
and that's all your luggage is at.
Matt
Okay.
said
Okay,
10,
Matt says 10
10
p.m.
Okay.
Which there's still stuff going on that night too, or the night
Mhm.
before.
Yeah. Because guys,
But-
that's the other thing. Conventions and sounds like Cruise here too. They jam pack everything pretty much because as soon as the 7th day rolls around, you're pretty much off the ship. So they want you to get your money's
Your
worth.
money's worth. Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
would say for those luggage tags.
Yeah, oh, look at that.
There you go. And it's blending in, but there you go. Sorry, malfunctioning.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
So it's a costume contest. I kind of go through these fast.
Some of these people's costumes, I wonder.
Yeah.
Some people cheated and won it 3 times.
Yep.
And won. I'm just gonna go by these fast, guys. So there's me. I entered. Oh.
Yeah, except for
Oh.
hers, that was kind of BS. The
Oh.
judges. Okay, I'm sorry. You cannot be a judge if you do not recognize the costumes on Star Trek. The judges asked her, who is this? Because they didn't know. Anybody who watches Star Trek knows that this is a doctor's uniform.
Now-
or for surgeries.
I would give the celebrity, I think Mara Chipa was the celebrity judge. I would give her slack because she doesn't know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Jordan
she's also
Hoffman
newer.
self-proclaims that he is a Star Trek fan and had no clue who I was.
Well, I think he challenges nerd credibility.
Hmm.
There was some
So what I recommend
interesting-
is you probably want to take a picture of that before, if you're going to go and enter the contest. It's like, yes. Wow.
there was
Like
some
that. I
very
don't think that should be one. Go back one. Like that did not count.
people
Oh,
had some very creative. Okay,
No,
listen,
that's funny, and I love it. Okay, and more power to him. But that shouldn't be in the contest.
this is the
That should just be like somebody. He's like, I would probably take a picture with that person. Be like, hey, that's awesome. Can I
Yeah.
take a picture with you?
I kind of
That's the
wish
other
they
thing,
did
guys.
prejudging. There's
People,
no prejudging this at all. By the
ask
way,
people. Don't just go up to people and start taking their photos. Ask them.
yes.
Hmm.
Also, they need to do prejudging. There was
Yeah.
no sense of prejudging at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going through these fast. I took a lot of pictures once I went through it. This guy won, by the way.
Oh, come on.
Does
It's a
he-
Q chair and Q.
Yeah, and
I
he was
do-
floating.
Wasn't
In
that? Yeah, that's the same guy the year before they did the Megado. I
Yeah,
believe.
Nice.
yeah, he stole the Megado because he won last year, and I was in front of them. Oh, these people won too.
Okay.
Yeah, they do like first, second, third, like they do in any.
But they were very creative. Like
Yeah.
it was unique, very unique.
Is that a
Like the-
Klingon? Nice. Is that Skin of Evil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a group on Cruise 3 that literally went as the four lights.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Crystalline
I love
Entity.
Crystal Anthony. I love it. It was great.
Yeah. Oh,
that-
yes.
Yep.
Chili, yeah.
No. No, not that one. Next one. No. No. Sir Gorney.
Gandalf and his owner,
Oh, Jayla.
Jayla.
Mhm.
Like I said, there were some really good ones.
There's also going to be some theme nights, too, guys. Also,
Mhm.
speaking of dressing up, like, there's going to be the Roaring 20s.
This is the costume party.
Oh, so this
Yes.
costume party is special. Though. This one is done by John Delancey.
Mhm.
hmm
The Q costume party. I don't know the origins behind the story, but I do know that it's big and it gets bigger every year.
You can't hear the music, but
Yeah, I can.
oh, you can. It's less than 8 seconds, so we should be good.
This
But
is
it's just
ironic
showing
because
how-
you have it muted on your end.
Oh, you still can't hear it, right?
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just shows you how big and
Yeah.
crazy it was.
hmm And just some pictures of it. There you go.
Mhm.
Another night. It looks like of whatever the schedule was.
That
Mhm.
was actually the night before we came back.
Matthew's saying some of the costumes were pretty deep cut.
I think the rest are door decoration
Yeah.
pictures.
Okay, so do we want to get her so we can move on with
Or
that?
we
and
want to
for
do
the
it
year
next
calendar?
time. I know we're getting late in time.
Yeah, we kind
Yeah,
of
that's what I was
in
thinking too.
time. Why don't we do it next time? It'd be something
Okay.
to kind of pick up from
Because
here.
because it would be more in line with like how to. Now we talked about how to plan or how to prepare. Maybe next thing we talk
Mhm.
about how to plan events or plan things.
Yeah.
Because there is a contest for the door too. You can do it for fun. You can give away. I mean, we'll discuss more of it in detail. I already have some ideas. Jenny and I and Scott have been bouncing things back and forth.
Mhm.
There's other things that I'm doing too that I can't wait to show off later. But
hmm
all right, guys, should we get ready to call it here?
I think
Yeah.
we will.
All right. So I'm gonna say, yeah, this side. Ah,
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to show.
Go
Wait,
go ahead. No, go ahead, quick.
Hold on, go ahead.
I forgot. Hold on. This.
This makes great radio.
Oh, yes.
This is a wonderful site. Google document about things you need to do. You know, once you book 6 months 6 to 9 months
Can
out.
you
3
share
months.
that in the link? Can you
I
share that
will.
link in the chat?
Mhm.
Okay.
But just more information.
Yeah.
We'll look at this later, but yeah.
All right. So with that, long and prosper, guys.
Night, guys.
Night.
Night.